Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I've got the documents that were released in the Barry Morphew case. As you guys know, he is going, his next court is, hang on, let me just check here to make sure for sure. A status hearing on Tuesday, September 2nd. And this is, he has been charged with first degree in the death of his wife, Suzanne Morphew, who was reported missing back on Mother's Day 2020. And he was arrested. And then the prosecution dismissed the case without prejudice, which means if they came across any further evidence to prove that he did this, that he took her life, that they would reinstate the charges, and that's what they have done. Hello, DK. Good morning, Dawn. Tammy. Hello, hello, hello. So let me get the document up. Now, Martin might be joining us. I don't know for sure, but he might. I sent him the link. Shamina, hello, hello, and good morning, everybody. Hello. Okay, so let me share the document. Here we go. It is now up on screen. So this is going to give us some indication of what the prosecution has. And it's, I briefly went through it, you guys, to see if I noticed any of these names, like recognize them. It's been a few years. I'm slowly going through the documents again from when he was arrested the first time, but I'm slowly getting through them. We did go over the probable cause affidavit in this time that he was charged. And there has been a lot from what I've seen that I'm not recognizing. So I'm assuming that some of these are from the 12th district, whereas before Linda Stanley, I think she was from the 11th district. This is from the 12th district. And this is Ann Kelly that is going to be prosecuting Barry Morphew this time. And I have a good feeling. I do not feel like he's going to get off on this time. So let's go over the notice of endorsement of witnesses. This is from the prosecution. This is who the prosecution is planning on calling as witnesses. So Cody Kane, RMRCFL, I'm not sure. Let me just highlight that and see if I can look that up and see what that is from. Rocky Mountain RCFL. I'm not sure. It's a forensic sciences lab from what I'm getting. That's who this is. And we're going to see a lot of officers and stuff like that, a lot of labs, all kinds of stuff like that. But there's going to be some interesting ones. Now, the only one that we're going to not see this time on here for sure is Jeff Puckett, because we know he has since passed away. And he gave an interview before he passed away, saying he thought that Barry Morphew had done it. He also said that Barry was supposed to pick them up to go to this job site, and he left without them, and that when he got to the motel room, it smelled like bleach and all that. So I am assuming, though, that the prosecution is going to be able to use his recorded interviews that he has given. To what extent, I don't know, but Melinda Beaumonk, I believe that is, that could be Suzanne's sister. Melinda, I don't know. I'm not sure. Andy Mormon, that is her brother. David Mormon, family members of Suzanne. Macy Morphew, Mallory Morphew. These are Suzanne and Barry's daughters. Karen Abentini. This is going to be like when you don't see an address here, you guys, usually these are individuals. They're not from like law enforcement or a lab or something like that. That's usually what these names are going to be. They don't want to give their addresses, right? So Karen Abinati, Dana Dominguez, and sorry if I'm not pronouncing some of these right. It is what it is. Mary Albrecht, she's Colorado Bureau of Investigations. Dr. Paul Axelson, University of Pennsylvania School of Med. Pamela Smith, we're not sure who that is. Maria Lunn, David Donati, Eric Thornton. Summer Dawn, thank you so much. I appreciate your donation to the channel, $5 US. I appreciate it so much. So those who can donate, please help donate to the channel. Help me be able to continue bringing you guys this information. I am also going to do an updated read on Brian Koberger, on what's going on with him now. A lot of you guys have been asking for it, so watch for that. I will be doing that updated read on Brian Koberger. Shem says, it always cracks me up when you say my name, Shamina. Reminds me of when I was in school. It's pronounced Shamina. Shamina. Okay. Please don't take offense. I think it's hilarious. I'm sorry. No, I hope you don't take offense. I'm not worried about people offending me. I would rather stand corrected. So don't think that you're offending me. Shamina. I'm going to try and remember that. Me in my old age, I'm sorry if I don't, but I am going to try my best. Shamina. Shamina. I love that name, by the way. It's very pretty. Okay. Maria Lund, David Donati, Eric Thornton, Chris Collins, Detective Sergeant Nicole Wardrop. Ooh. Hobart Police Department. I'm not sure where that is, but Lisa Crawford, Ken Case. There's Martin. Let me bring you up here, Martin. Martin, get up here. I sent you the link. There's Martin, you guys. Maybe Martin knows who some of these people are, so if we can get him up here. There's Git. Hello, Git. Shamina. Shamina. Every time I say your name, I'm going to say it. So, Martin, yes, get your butt up here because you'll probably know more of these names than me. I sent you the link over on Twitter, X, whatever they call it. So let's wait to see if Martin can jump up here because, like I said, he's going to know more of these names than me. And again, Summer Dawn is awesome. She's starting the donation wave. Yes, that is Suzanne's sister, Melinda. Martin, get your butt up here. I'm waiting for him to join you guys. Okay, let me just see. Did you get the link, Martin? Martin! Martin. Bear with us, you guys. I'm waiting to see him jump up here, you guys. I'm waiting to see if Martin, let me know if you are jumping up. Well, this one we do know, Special Agent Kevin Hoylan from the FBI, Diane France Human Identification Laboratory. And don't forget, you guys, when she was found, this was another thing. When she was finally found, they said that that is not where she decomposed. There was no decomp there. The biking outfit that was found with her remains had no decomp on it. There wasn't even hair. Like all the things that they should have found there, like the decomp in her hair and stuff like that, none of that was there, and there was no decomp on the body. So that's how they know that she had been moved. But we knew that, right? Summer Dawn says, I'm curious as to who some of these people are. Yeah, that's why I'm waiting to see if Martin is going to jump up here, because he's probably going to know a lot more of who these people are than myself. Tammy. Thank you so much, Tammy. You are awesome. Everybody give a big thanks to Summer Dawn and Tammy for donating to the channel. I appreciate you so much. You don't believe it. Where's Martin? Where's Martin? Okay, let's go, and then when he comes back, we can always backtrack and see who some of these people are. Caitlin Rogers, I have no idea who that is. Ron Braden, like I said, I think these ones that don't have addresses on them are going to be like personal, either friends or people who lived in the areas around them, or people who had worked with them, like just normal everyday people. Kelly Fosler, Ken Hicks. Now, RMRCFL, that is back here at the beginning too. We have one here too. So I do believe that they are some kind of, okay, Martin, 2 minutes. Okay. Some kind of, Martin will know where this is from. It's going to be some kind of laboratory or something, I'm thinking. Like I said, we can always double back, you guys, once he gets up here. So here's another one there, and they're from the same place, so that's what I'm thinking. Lisa Wolf. Dr. Kim Look from El Paso County Coroner's Office. Now, when they did find her, you guys, they found her cancer port that she had. So that's how they were able to identify her, and probably some of her bones and stuff like that. They must have got some kind of DNA or something from her bones also. They did say that there was a very small amount of flesh or decomp, but there was no hair, nothing. Like, she was put there with a purpose, you guys, without, like, she decomped somewhere else. I believe that Barry had her a couple of different places. And I think he moved her whenever he felt he wasn't being watched, right? So Dr. Kim from the El Paso County Coroner's Office would have given all the information. Now, I'm wondering if they, once he's arraigned and they got this status hearing that's coming up on September 2nd, I wonder if they're going to release any of the reports. Because, you guys, I'll show you. Let me just get it up here. Right here. And I'll bring it over here. Oh, hang on. I got to sneeze. Hang on. Okay, I guess it's only twice. Usually it's in threes. Okay, so let me just stop sharing this for a minute and let me bring up this. As you can see here, there he is there. There's Martin. Let me get Martin up here. Okay, and I'm going to have to change this. So there is Martin up with us now too. As you can see from this here, you guys, like this is all the stuff that we already went over. The grand jury indictment, limited entry of appearance and stuff like that, a motion to adopt numbering and all this, we went over that. All of this here is media requests to cover all the court hearings and stuff. And the only other thing is the witness list. And this was July 16th. So from the time he was arrested, there wasn't much that has been put into the record. So I don't know if they're doing everything like they did in the Brian Koberger thing under seal, but it doesn't look like they're putting any of the documents online. Now, I think we'll find out more about that on September 2nd to find out what they're going to be doing here. Why aren't we getting any updates to the record? This is the last thing we got, and it was posted on July 16th. So, Martin, hello, Martin. Let me get rid of that and get chat back up here. Thank you again, Tammy. I have a meeting I forgot all about. I have to listen to the replay. Okay, Dawn. Martin. Are you there, Martin? I can't hear you, Martin. He might not have his mic on yet, you guys. Let me just see over here. Okay, he's there. So he's got to have his mic muted. Because you're not seeing the little line around his name, the little circle. Okay, so Dr. Kim is going to be the one who did the autopsy on the remains that they found. Are you having mic issues, Martin? Megan Douge, I don't know who that is. Jim Stevens, another one from the RMR CFL. Brian Turner from the FBI. Dr. Emily Russell Kingsley, she's also from the coroner's office. Jump in whenever you got your mic working, Martin. Let me know that your mic is on. Justin Maxwell, I don't know who that is. Like I said, I think Martin will know a lot more of these people. Okay, so Martin's having a little issue with his mic. So he will get that straightened away, you guys. Oh, he gone. He gone. He'll be back. So I don't know who this Justin Maxwell is. He'll probably know who that is. Dennis Honeycutt. Whenever I see Honeycutt, I'm thinking something else, like the Honeycutt Farm for those who follow that channel. Huyen Vu, Houston Forensic Science Center. So it looks like they really used a vast... Okay, hang on a sec, you guys. It looks like they used a lot of different agencies to try and get everything that they need to really, really nail him this time, right? Scott Banks, I don't know who that is. Martin may know who it is. Tanya Atkinson, Darren Oliver. And they've given address from these. This is from Pueblo and Rossville, Indiana. So this is somebody from when they lived in Indiana, you guys. Patrick Ness, this is going to be like another personal, just a normal everyday Joe Blow. Sheriff Andy Roach, Chaffee County Sheriff's Office. So he's probably going to be bringing information from when they arrested Barry the first time. Jason Hebard, Colorado Bureau of Investigation in Denver. And don't forget, you guys, they had people from when he went to, what was it, Bakersfield or whatever it was there, when he said he was in the motel and everything there, Broomfield. They're going to have officers from there. They're going to have from all over that area of Colorado, right? Tyson Draper. Now he was, there he is again. Let me just add him to the stream. There he is. Yeah, everything should be working. Do you got sound now, Martin? Looks like he still might be having some issues with his sound. So Tyson Draper, and just jump in whenever you get your mic working, Martin. Tyson is another YouTuber who went there and was pretending to like help search or whatever, but he was actually there to try and get information. Hang on a sec, you guys. Will do. Okay. He was trying to get information and trying to get into areas to give information on his YouTube channel. And he happened to run into Barry, and he got like a kind of like mini interview with Barry. And Barry said a lot of things. He also seen a lot of things. Apparently, he's seen Barry coming up out of the creek area and he was soaking wet. So it's going to be interesting. Ron Boylan, I don't know who that is. Holly Wilson, I don't know who that is. Joseph Cahill, he's a cop, so he's law enforcement. I remember that name. Kenneth Townsend, I do believe I've heard that name before, but why his information isn't there, I don't know, but I think that he is also law enforcement of some kind. Martin Scott Ritter from Salida. Zachary Tucker, Park County Sheriff's Office. So this isn't in an area that we have discussed before, Park County Sheriff's Office. Let's just see if I can see where Park County is. Hang on. Park County Sheriff. Or let's just do Park County, Colorado. Where is that? It's just... let me see if I can put this up. There's Martin again. Let me just add Martin, you guys. There we go.
Hello?
There he is. Martin has got sound.
Grand. Okay. Is it too loud or anything? No?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Just let me... Oh, wait, hang on. I got to put my headphones on. Hang on. Otherwise, we're going to get feedback. Okay, you should be good there.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, good. So I'm just going to show them where... Okay, replace screen with this one. Okay, so here's where Park County is. It's just below Denver, just to the left of Colorado Springs. I'm trying to see Broomfield. Gunninson's over here, so
Up above Denver. Yeah.
is...
There you go. Coming up to it now. Yeah. Just above Denver. See it there?
Yeah, there's Boulder.
To the right. So
Broomfield's right there.
yes, that's it. Yeah.
So this Park County Sheriff this is the area that they cover here, this red outline. So did he maybe go a different way? Like we thought he came down and went straight up. Maybe did he go through some of these areas here? We don't know. But I just wanted to bring that up to show you guys. Whoops, let me get the other one back up now. To show you where that was, because there's a Zachary Tucker. Now, do you know any of these guys here? Ron Boland, Holly Wilson, Kenneth Townsend.
Yes.
Kenneth Townsend, I think, was another law enforcement, wasn't he? He was in the first probable cause.
there's nearly 100 law enforcement on the list.
Okay, because I,
Um,
I I recognize Cahill.
yeah, Cahill. 1 second now. Kenneth Townsend, you say?
Yeah,
I don't know who he is.
Holly Wilson.
Holly Wilson was Suzanne's friend from Indiana,
Okay,
and
Ron.
she's the one that secretly recorded Barry.
Oh
And
yes,
I remember Barry made a pass at her. Remember?
yeah. Ron Boylan.
Ron Boylan. I don't know who he is actually. Ron Boylan. I don't know who he is.
Patrick Ness.
Patrick. Patrick. I do know Patrick. 1 second now.
Yeah,
Patrick.
Hollywood.
He's he's um he's law enforcement as well. Well, he works in the records. In
Okay.
Colorado Springs. I think it's to do with the voter fraud. Do you know where?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Scott Banks.
Scott Banks. Scott Banks is the bike guy. Do you remember?
Oh yes, yes,
Who
yes. At the
fixed
repair shop
yeah, who done Suzanne's tires
on her
on
bike.
on her bike
Yeah,
on the Thursday.
yeah. See, it's starting to come back. I knew Martin would remember all this. Me and my old age, man, I'm forgetting everything. Justin Maxwell.
Justin Maxwell, he's a cop if I'm right.
Yeah,
One
that's what I
second.
was thinking too.
Um, no, he's not actually. He lives in Salida. Uh, no, he's. I'm not sure who he is. I just know that he lives
I
in
remember
Salida.
I remember the name Maxwell.
Yeah.
Lisa Wolf. Now I remember the Lisa Wolf. I think she was. Ah,
Well, she's Parks and Wildlife. So Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Um, I'm not too sure exactly was she
okay.
and to do with the bloodhounds or anything like that.
Okay, Kelly Fosler.
Kelly Fosler. Um,
Excuse me.
I don't think I know who Kelly is, if I'm right.
Yeah, I don't remember
Um,
hearing this name, the Kelly
oh,
Fosler.
hold on. Yeah, yes, she's a bloodhound. She.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I seen a video
Are
on
you
her. So she's in Jefferson County, and
okay?
so she's yeah, with the bloodhounds.
Okay,
So
so what's this RMRCFL?
that is Rocky Mountain. It's the like CBI. 1 second now. Right.
Like laboratory stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause
Um,
there was a lot of them from there too.
well, it's you've got RMCFL, and you've got it in um, different parts of. They're in different places. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Well, they've even
for
got the Houston
forensic lab.
Forensic Science Center.
Yeah.
They used whatever means necessary to get what they've got a lot of people working on this from what I'm seeing here because I never heard of Hyen Vu before from the Houston Forensic Science Center. I don't remember hearing about him.
Um, I think he was there before.
Was
Um,
he Huen Vu?
yeah, I think he was.
Was he?
Yeah. Um, but you've got like, if I remember the last time, there was probably with law enforcement was probably about 30 to 40 maybe. But
Okay.
now and there was 511 witnesses on the last witness list. There's
Yeah.
only 236 on this list.
Yeah, well, we're only on page. Okay, we're getting to page 4, and they're out of 15. Joseph Cahill, that's a cop.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, we did
Do
this.
you remember Cahill and
Yeah,
he shot himself in the hand, remember?
yep, yep. Zachary Tucker's from Park County Sheriff's Office. Martin Scott Ritter.
That's
Ritter's.
the
That's
neighbors.
the neighbor.
That's
Yeah. Uh,
Jean Ritter
yep.
and it's
That
Mark
lived
Ritter.
beside him on Puma Path.
Yeah.
Yep. Donna Albert.
Donna Albert. That name rings a bell. Donna. I don't know who she is. She's on my I
Yeah.
don't know list.
I don't know. Judy Rasky.
Judy Rasky. I'd say she sounds like.
And these ones have got no title, no address, no
All
nothing.
right. She's in Salida. So I'm not. I haven't got down exactly what she's tied into, but she's a resident of Salida.
Good morning,
Yeah.
everybody coming in. Oh, welcome. Say hello to Martin on your way in too. Okay, so we got Carrie Savoie, and that's Federal Bureau of Investigations.
Yeah.
We got Angela Kraft, and
No.
they just have an address of 305 West 5th for
Yeah.
her.
Well, she used to go to all Suzanne's memorials and the Christmas tree and all that sort of stuff. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. When they put that Christmas tree up in Salida, right? For
Yeah. And
okay.
when they had those in May, they would have a um, the memorial in Salida. Um, Around Mother's Day, they would have this, and she was always there.
Hmm.
But apart from that, I can't say too much more about her.
Okay, Andrew Richardson.
Oh, and Andrew and Laura, they're both on there.
Yeah.
They are good friends of. They were good friends of Suzanne's from the Grace Church, and um, they were at the search that night. And Andrew is the guy who Barry turned around to and said that he wouldn't pass the lie detector. You know, the
Polygraph, yeah.
polygraph. Yeah, and so on May 1st, I think it was, Suzanne was at their house celebrating her birthday a day late or whatever, or a
Okay.
couple of days late. Um, Maybe it was May or April 30th or something like that, but Suzanne was there just after her birthday, I think,
Yeah.
and she was celebrating with Andrew and uh, uh, Laura's
All right.
sister. Or
Okay. See, who needs Google, you guys? We got Martin. Okay, so Brandon Hunter is from Walmart.
yes,
Drew Olson. Why does that
Drew
name sound familiar?
Drew Olson.
Was that something to do with Longhorn?
Sorry, with who?
With the Longhorn property?
I don't know. He's on my list. I have about 20 on the list, 20 something people. I don't know who they are, and
Yeah,
he's on that list. So
that name is
um,
ringing a bell with Longhorn for some reason.
yeah, maybe I'll have a look at that.
Remember, there were people that said that they seen Barry there around this rock pile or something.
Yes. Mm,
I think he was one. I can't be sure, but that's what I'm remembering.
okay.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Deputy Scott Himshoot. He's
Yeah. Yeah.
obviously law enforcement.
Yeah. He
Karen
was part of the prosecution the last time.
Eagle Mountain, Utah. Yeah. Karen Blackwell.
Karen Blackwell. I
I
don't
don't
know who
remember
she
that
is.
name. Yeah.
No, I don't know who she is.
So
Maybe I
we
have found out since. One second. No, she's on my list.
yeah. Greg
Mm.
Slater. He's from Colorado Bureau of Investigations in Denver. Wayne Stafford.
Wayne Stafford. Now, again, he was on my list, but I think I've tracked him down. Um, One second now.
I think that has some connection to Indiana.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Or actually, one second. I think he might be Wayne
I
Stafford.
thought he was the one that was talking about how Barry used to use the BAM or something in Indiana to sedate the deer or move them or so. I don't know. I'm just going by what. is popping into my head that I think I remember, but I could be wrong.
Actually, I think he may be from uh, Arizona. Um, so Glendale, Arizona, Wayne Stafford. But yeah,
Stormy oh,
yeah,
Herbschklo. Stormy Herbschklo. It sounds like I'm not going to say that.
yeah.
Willow, stop it. It sounds like a stage name.
Yeah, it does sound like a stage name, Storm. But she's from Salida. Um,
Okay.
mm,
So knew of Suzanne or whatever.
yeah,
Kevin Kobach, he's from Colorado Bureau of
yeah.
Investigations, Denver.
Hmm.
Shane Phipps.
He's one of the Facebook friend requests.
Oh,
One of the 23 people that were
that
requested.
Barry
Hmm.
tried to get to, yeah. Okay, William Rothwell, he's from the FBI. Agent
Yeah,
Ken Harris, I remember these
yeah.
names.
Hmm.
Harris is from FBI. Thomas Sanders, he's from Chaffey County. I remember that name. Linda Ball, why do I remember that name? I think she's Salida too.
Um, what was her name again? Linda Ball.
Linda Ball.
She's Colorado divisions of motor vehicle. So
In
something
Salida,
in Denver.
Denver.
Um, yeah. So one second. I'd say she's maybe to do with the truck and the Range Rover, maybe.
Yeah. Thomas Sanders, he's Chaffey County Sheriff's Office. Richard Wren, he's from
Richard
Texas, Pollock, Texas.
uh, Richard Wren.
Yeah, Wren. He's on Bashman Road in Pollock, Texas.
Texas, yeah, that's right, Basham Road. Um, I haven't got down what he is.
Yeah, why is he there?
Um,
Sean Joyce, he's Chicago cop, so I'm assuming that he's the one that went and talked to Jeff, the one that Suzanne was having that online affair with.
what? Sorry, what was his name again?
Sean Joyce, Chicago police, because I know that Jeff, the guy that she was having the affair with, lived
Yeah,
out that way.
but he's in Michigan, and I would say that Sean. What was his name again?
Sean Joyce, Chicago police.
I would say he's to do with the DNA
Okay,
because you had Chicago, um, you had um, Tempe, and you had Phoenix, where all those
true. All the yeah,
where that DNA was related. Well, there was they were there was assaults in those areas
yeah.
basically. But,
For the that would had to do with the
ma-
three
partial,
unknown partial
yeah,
prints or whatever, right?
match, yeah.
Okay. So Lynn Barnes, Holiday in Broomfield, and Imish Vieda, Premier Hospitality. I believe these are both from the Holiday Inn in Broomfield.
Yeah,
Premier,
probably, yeah. Hmm.
yeah, that would be probably the one of the companies that Holiday Inn uses. And that's when Barry went to Broomfield, obviously. Jesse Sanderlin, Sergeant Patrol for Chaffey County. Anthony Avila, Patrol Commander, Chaffey County. Dan Warwick, Saquashki. I have a hard time saying it.
Sawachi County.
Sawachi County Sheriff. So that's when Suzanne was found.
Yeah.
Shoshana Darkey is on there for the prosecution, you
No
guys.
address, no address for her,
No
but
address.
I believe she's back um, in Durango.
Okay.
Mm,
Shannon Thornbury, she's from the FBI. Deputy Dakota DeFuro, he's from Chaffey
mhm.
County. Travis Mayo from Moffett, Colorado.
Yeah.
Is that something to do with the fire department?
Um, Let me see what I have him down as.
Travis Mayo from Moffett. there or the trailer park thing? Because I don't
Thomas.
remember hearing his name, but when I seen Moffat, it's like the only thing
Yeah,
Moffat that I know is the fire department and that trailer park thing.
I know where he lives. He lives basically in Moffat.
Yeah,
Um,
on Broadway, 905 Broadway in
that's
Moffat.
it. Yeah. Um, but
Or it could even be CCTV footage or something that he's got, maybe.
well, it just could be something connected because there's a lot of people from Moffat that either work in Salida or or have relations that people that live in Salida have family that live out in Moffat. You know,
Mhm.
so
The reason I'm questioning that is because they put his address. So if
yeah,
they're going to use his address for something in the trial, like a CCTV or something, his address is going to be out there anyway. So
yeah.
no sense hiding it because a lot of these that are just normal people like me and you, they've hidden their address. So when I see this, that his address isn't hidden, why is that? I think right away either CCTV or something to do with the fire department or that trailer park thing. I don't know.
Actually, there's a lot of people that put in their addresses. I don't think they should have really.
I
Um,
know.
especially family and personal friends of Suzanne's, and
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, I don't think there was any need for them to put in their addresses because, as you say, you could understand it if it was a CCTV camera or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Hello, everybody coming in. Hello, Kate. Okay, so Rob Martellero is an investigator commander with Salida Police Department. Christopher Adams, Colorado Bureau of Investigation in Pueblo. Derek Thurston.
Yeah, he's on the witness list as well.
Yeah. I don't know who he is, though.
He's in Alexandria, Indiana. I think he was on the. I'm not sure he was on the Facebook. Um,
Yeah, some of these guys could be the ones that Barry had sent friend requests from Suzanne's account.
yeah, and we don't
Jesse.
know them all. We only know of, I think, um, of maybe seven or eight, maybe that were on that out at 23 that were actually in the AA. So yeah, there could be some of these people.
Yeah.
You know,
Jesse Abaca, she's from the Colorado Bureau of Investigations in Pueblo. Michael, well, let's do this one.
Harvey.
Detective Brian Rogers, he's Colorado Springs Police Department. Michael Harvey,
Yeah, that's Miles's dad, Miles Harvey, which was Macy's boyfriend. And
Cassidy,
Cordova is
Cordova is there.
the crew. Yeah,
Yep.
so he was.
Shirley Morphew, that's part of, that's
That's
Barry's mom, isn't
mom,
it?
mom. Yeah.
Yep. So obviously she's still alive then. I thought she had passed, but
Oh no,
no, she's
and
alive.
actually, I think she's moved now. There's a property just that was bought in April in Florida, and actually, this property that was bought, it was bought. The names on the lease were Macy and Mallory, but it's right where Suzanne went, uh, and then Barry followed her. Remember that time Barry
Yep.
followed her,
That's when he took her phone,
and
right?
no, no, this is when Suzanne went to stay in Florida for 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, and she met up with her friend Sheila, and she got the spy pen off Sheila, and
Oh,
he,
yes,
she
yes.
was meeting Jeff down there,
Yep.
and she met up with her dad, and then Barry arrived, and it was around Valentine's time, and so Barry then came up bunch of flowers or something like that, and scuttled all our plans, you
Yeah.
know. So so that's where this property's just been bought, and I think it might be for Shirley
Yeah.
because
Because
Longhorn, or not Longhorn, but the the Book Drive property, it was is now
tra-
been transferred into
transferred to Mallory.
Mallory. Yeah,
Yep. And that property was jointly owned by Shirley and Barry, from what
it
I found
was.
out.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. It was basically, I think, what the story was there was it was in Barry's name, and So if Shirley was to pass, then it would just directly come
Yeah,
to Barry, back to Barry.
right.
Then
But they jointly owned it in real, really, really, really.
I'm not sure. I think it was just in.
It was
Yeah,
just,
maybe,
yeah, it was
maybe,
just
maybe it
in
was.
Barry's name, but
Yes.
they
Yeah.
owned it together. It was in
Okay.
Barry's name in case something happened to her, then he didn't have the hassle of whatever.
Yes.
But yeah. And they transferred that property. Everything's being transferred to Mallory. Everything is being done under Mallory's name. Even the new businesses, everything. Mallory's name, Mallory's name, Mallory's name.
Yeah.
Robert Olsky.
He's in Madison County Sheriff's Department and
Okay.
he lives in Anderson, Indiana.
So Kelly Rose Olson, she's FBI. Andrew Marceau is Colorado Bureau of Investigation in Pueblo. Travis Wright, Grand Junction Police Department. John Cram.
John Cram.
You know what I was thinking when I seen that Grand Junction, right? Without saying it out loud, it's like what? Why is Grand Junction? Uh, do you know what I'm thinking without saying it out loud?
Just say again. Sorry.
Travis Wright from Grand Junction Police Department in Grand
Oh
Junction,
yes.
Colorado.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
don't say it out loud though, but
I know. Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
what the, anyway.
Uh,
John,
John Cram. I think there's one of Barry's phone locations was uh, in Colorado Springs area, and this particular guy, he was he was working in that hotel, this John
okay,
Cram. So whether Barry was staying in that hotel or whatever, I don't know.
yeah.
Like
Heather,
we don't know. Like we have to take Barry's and Shosho's word for it that they
right.
were only seeing each other for a short time. So many
I
months
think he
after
was
Suzanne.
seeing her long
Yeah,
before Suzanne
so
even.
do I. Yeah, I've been informed. Like what I mean, but
Right. So Heather Sheet, she's Colorado Bureau of Investigation in Pueblo. Trooper Cordell Maxwell, he's obviously a state trooper. Dr. Karen Johnson, she's going to have something to do with either the autopsy or maybe even a physician that Suzanne had seen. It's going to be,
no. Yes, it was one of Suzanne's doctors
yeah, one of Suzanne's
in
doctors.
Salida.
Right. So it's going to be either part of the autopsy or a doctor that she had previous. Ray Nanlin Maldonado. Raynalyn Maldonado. She's from Queen Creek, Arizona.
Oh yes, yeah. There's three of that family on the list.
Yeah,
So
there's Jennifer Christensen and
Jennifer Christensen and there's another Christensen as well. There's a Jennifer and there's a Jay.
okay,
I don't know who they are, but I've I've found some of these people, but I can't tie them. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So if like they could be from
right.
this certain area, but I can't tie them. You know what I mean?
Lara Richardson, Salida.
Who was it?
Lara
Oh,
Richardson, isn't
Laura.
she
That's we I spoke about that
right?
Suzanne. Yeah,
That she was at their place for a little get together.
yeah, for her birthday party,
Hmm.
and Laura, while she was there, she said to Laura, she said, and that she was going to do Barry's books and keep a bridge between
Right,
them. So
right.
she was actually telling people
She wanted away
um,
from him, but she continued to
that she
help him with his
was.
books and stuff. Yeah,
She was. It was open that
right.
Suzanne was moving away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was on. That was over a week before she was taken. You know what I mean?
Jason McMillan, he's FBI. Cassie Morgan, we know that name.
Cassie Morgan is not who you think that is. That no. So Cassie Morgan. One
That's not the
second.
girl that worked with Barry?
No. So that was Morgan Gentile. You're thinking of?
Morgan Gentile, that's it.
Yeah.
I knew that.
So
Okay.
so, so Cassie Morgan is. I think she's. One second. She works for Public Works in Thornton and Broomfield. So this is probably to do with
The wall
Barry
thing?
not yeah Barry not
Yeah.
having um,
Authorization to be doing any work
authorization to
that
be
day.
working there on a Sunday. Yeah. So
John Matt Craig.
John McCraig. Now he's well, one second. His name is Matt Craig, I think, but or is it John Craig? One second.
So
Um,
John Matt Craig.
yeah, but let me see if I can find him here. I might have him under something else. One second. Um, John McCrae. So he lives in Indiana. So, so Barry, um, his BLM landscaping business
That's the
was
one he
registered.
screwed him over
Was,
selling the company
yeah,
or something, wasn't it?
yeah, it was registered
Yeah.
to John McCraig, and yeah, interesting.
Screwed him over on that deal big time. He
Yeah,
ended up suing Barry or something. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
Lisa.
he bought Sunset Farms. You know the Barry's business was
Yeah.
Sunset Farm, and Barry had already sold it like beforehand and
Hmm.
sold it. Yeah,
I
crazy.
think he sold it to a few different people, but anyway,
Yeah,
so that's who he is. Lisa Wood in Salida.
yeah, Lisa Woods. So she be Casey Woods. Um she works for DSI. Lisa.
Okay.
Um, so yeah,
Okay,
uh,
Travis Medina, Alpine Towing, Buena
yeah.
Vista.
I'd say he could be the guy that towed. He could be the guy that towed Barry's vehicle from the bike site to the forensic building.
Okay.
So it's interesting. Like he lives there in Buena Vista, but uh, I just there's something. There's a reason why this guy's on here. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's
Yeah.
like if you're just towing a truck, you know, you just put the truck up there and you tow it and you deliver it. Why would you need him on a witness list?
Right. There's something more to it.
He's obviously witnessed something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deborah Lynn says, Willow, I was wondering if you could do a reading on that little boy that's missing out of Kentucky. I didn't know that there was a little boy missing. If you can give me his name and his age, and when he went missing, just that information, Deborah, then I will do a read on him. Okay, Fiorella Zuniga.
Yeah,
Zun-
I think she works for Verizon or something like that. Um, I'm not 100% sure. One second, let's see what I have down here. Check it. Yeah. So I have her. She lives in New Jersey. So it's the only person I could find, and that's where Verizon is. And there's nobody on this list that says they're linked to Verizon. And on the last list we had, there was a umpteen people. Do you know what I mean?
mhm,
So a lot of these people that I didn't know, a lot of them are probably working for Verizon, and
okay.
you know there'd be different names than the last time because it was 4 or 5 years previous. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Greg
So
Hammond, Dizzlin Structures Inc. in Salida,
yeah, DSI. Yeah. So he
DSI.
works. Yeah, he works in DSI or did work there.
Yeah. Dave Barnes from Safeway.
Yeah.
So they've got something. They're probably some kind of camera stuff, or they seen something.
Well, there was the Walmart was where Suzanne was on Thursday or was it Wednesday? I'm not sure. She was collecting a prescription.
Hmm.
So and then there was, but Safeway could be purchasing maybe bleach or stuff like that. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So there's obviously something that was bought
There's
in.
something that's going to be
Yeah,
connected there.
yeah,
And we've got Jeff Libler, and that is the man that Suzanne was having the affair with.
hmm
He's on the list, so he's going to have to, like, I think I kind of feel a little bit sorry for this guy because when this broke, like, that's why he didn't come forward because he was worried about losing his wife and kids and all this. And And then Barry was, dismissed without prejudice. So he figured, okay, phew, I can get back on with my life now. And now he's got to come back into it again. So,
I don't feel sorry for him for one bit, to be honest, Willow,
well,
because
I kind of feel, well, maybe not for him, but for his wife and kids.
oh,
If they
100%, yeah,
did try
yeah,
and, get past this and work it out, and now he's being drawn back into it again, I don't think they'll survive this one,
like
especially when everything comes out. You know what I mean?
he should have even anonymously made a call to uh, the police to
Oh,
do
yes,
a
yes.
welfare check. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with that. Like,
Because
shame on him for that.
he
But
would not know what the situation. Like for all he could have known, she could be just been tied up
yeah,
or you know what I mean, being abused or whatever. But he would have known no idea why
yeah,
she wasn't responding.
yeah,
And then when the alarm went out, he should have come forward. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
he should have. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like what he done, being having an affair and all that is terrible and whatever. But you make your bed. You know.
Yeah. No, he did what he did. Don't screw around on your wife.
Mhm.
Dylan Carlson, Land Rover Denver. So that's in
Yeah,
Littleton, Colorado. That's going to be regarding
Suzanne's.
Suzanne's Land Rover.
And Macy's probably. Could be
Yeah.
Macy's too.
Yeah. Audrey Alexander.
Audrey Alexandra. Oh yes. Um, I do know Audrey. So um, trying to think where she is. Audrey's. Oh, she's in Moffat.
Okay.
So she could be just again. She could have just witnessed something or seen a truck somewhere or passing by or
Mm,
maybe these people in Moffat are hunters. Like I know the last guy we talked about, Travis, he is a hunter. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
so he could have been out hunting in a hunting group on that land with
But Audrey is a female name. Audrey
Audrey. No,
Alexander.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that she lives there, not far from Moffat. Her address
Okay.
is Moffat, but she's a little bit further away than Travis. Travis is right in the middle of Moffat.
Yeah.
She's a little bit further away, but
Okay.
she could have. Do you know what I mean? Witnessed something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't know. Do you know what I
We don't know.
mean? We don't know.
We'll find out.
We will.
Lamine Moulineau
Oh,
for
he's
Buena Vista, Colorado.
so he was the guy that with Deputy Brown that arrived and found the
Oh,
bike.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Found the bike. Yeah.
Jillian Ganley, Colorado Police of Revenue,
Hmm.
Department of Revenue. This
Yeah.
is going to be interesting. When they start getting into the financials, it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting.
So
Tr-
the Hope Foundation and
yep,
then you would have the COVID payments and then all
yep,
the cash payments and then the banking with Molinex and all that
yep.
sort of stuff. You know
It's
what I mean?
all going to come out.
Yeah.
Trent Howard in Poncha Springs.
Well, Trent was
Trent,
Barry's best mate.
isn't
You know,
that's not the one that did the 400?
no, that is George Davis.
George
But
Davis, yeah.
yeah, Trent is so Trent is married to Mike Coleman's. Trent and Mike Coleman work together. They have a business together. They work
Okay.
in they're dirt guys, so they've diggers and that sort of stuff.
Mm.
And they do subcontracting for DSI and so Barry knew these guys very well, but Trent in particular. So when Barry came out of jail, he stayed at Trent's property.
That's
And
why I know that name.
yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah,
And that wasn't not far from the Puma Path.
they would be down near Tailwinds. They live in Poncha
Hmm.
Springs,
Yeah.
and they're both Trent and Mike Coleman, they'd be hunters. They
Hmm.
would be hunting elk and big into hunting like Barry. So
Yeah.
they'd have a lot in common. So there's a lot
Chloe,
going on there.
yes, a lot. They're intertwined in
Big
ways
time.
that, you have to search a little bit, but you can find the connection between all these guys.
Yeah.
Chloe Harvey,
Chloe
Salida.
would be Miles' sister. She was the girl who, when Miles was being interviewed by Deputy Brown in the driveway, she
Hmm.
showed the photographs of Suzanne in her biking
Oh,
outfits.
okay.
You
Yeah.
remember that in the video?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christina Ormsby, she's Colorado Department of Corrections in Pueblo. Hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Pamela Good.
Pamela Good would be a witness that she was a neighbor of Shosho, next door neighbor, and they had a couple of court cases, and she was also worked as a hairdresser or something like that, or maybe the
Yeah,
side
I was just
carpet.
gonna say that sounds to me from the hairdressing place is
Yes,
where I heard
uh,
that name.
yeah, and so she would know. She knows a lot of stuff,
Oh yeah, because
Mm,
you always talk to your hairdresser.
yeah.
Mr. Groves, we are going over the prosecution's witness list. Barry is back in court on September 2nd for a status conference. So we're just going over the witness list that the prosecution has put into the record and seeing how things are comparing to the last time he was arrested. Okay, Sergeant Claudette, I'm not even, his Julian,
Claudette?
Chaffee County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
Um, Christina Joy Collins Carr.
Yeah. So she. Second now.
I don't remember ever hearing that name unless it's
She
from.
was. She was in the. Uh, she's Holiday Inn manager.
Okay,
But she was in the last um, witness list
witness.
as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anthony Tony Miller.
Oh, Tony Miller is when so the job in Broomfield, the Broomfield Wall,
Yep.
was subcontracted from AE Outdoors, whatever landscaping or something like that,
Mhm.
and so um, so Tony Miller, he got the contract from him, Barry.
Okay,
So and uh, and he's an old friend of Barry's from back in Indiana. So
interesting.
he lives not far. His property is right close to Book Drive in Indiana. Yeah.
Okay, so Colton Nepo, Salida Stove and Spa. We're gonna hear from
Yeah.
that one because that's where Barry went and got them chemicals.
So Colton, we don't know. Did Barry get the chemicals from there now? To be honest,
I I
uh,
think he did. I think he got it from the spa place.
yeah, there's a good chance, but um,
Not on the day that he said though.
well, even he could have got it on the day. He could have got it on the Saturday. I think he contacted Colton at just around 2 p.m., just maybe 2:15, 2:17 or something like that p.m. on the Friday, while he was at the beach site. He just
Yeah.
arrived there, and he made a load of calls. He made about 6 calls, and one of them was Colton.
Mhm.
And it was for, I would have said that's what he arranged for the chemicals, right?
Okay.
So Barry then left um, that work site at 5:41 or something like that
Mhm.
in the evening. And I think Barry probably met up with Colton and collected some of those materials,
Those
whatever he
chemicals.
wanted. Now, he also probably went and got pizza that time because we know he didn't go for pizza later on that evening. So he
Right.
could have went and got pizza around that time. But he was a while before he got home. He didn't get home till 7:12 or something like that.
Yeah.
He got home in the
So
evening.
he was doing some funky shit.
There was something going on
Yeah.
between 5:41 and we know he ran Colton. So
Yeah. So
now
Agent. Oh,
Colton also Colton's mother lived just from the work site where Barry was working, two
mhm.
doors down. They lived there. Do you know what I mean? So do you
Oh.
understand me?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He could
Yeah.
have just went there and picked up the materials and said, "Oh,
Yeah.
could you drop
Bring
it
it
on your way?"
home. Yeah. Bring it
Yeah,
home with you after work. I'll come pick it up there. And
100%. Yeah,
yeah. So Agent Jonathan Cronin, he's FBI. Nate Randall, he's Sequashi,
yeah,
whatever.
squash. Yeah,
County Sheriff's Office. Mike Coleman.
Mike Coleman I just talked about. That's Trent's father-in-law.
Mhm.
So
Charles Steve DeFrance is from FBI.
yeah,
Let's see what else is here that we can get out of the way quickly. Frank Hurst is Elbert County Sheriff's Office. Stephanie Benzitz is FBI. Okay, then we've got Mary Jane Holler.
Mary Jane.
We got Joe Zuwiski from Waste Management.
Oh, she's an attorney in Indianapolis, um, and she does practicing guardianship and that sort of stuff. So this is probably where Barry went to
Get
get the
those,
guardianship for
yeah, for
yeah.
Suzanne, yeah.
Mm,
Joe is waste management. That's probably regarding that the bins where this could be the bins where he was dumping stuff, like at those little plazas in Broomfield, or this could
yeah,
be the waste management thing for the where he says he had randomly met up with Shoshana at the end of his driveway.
yeah.
It's one of them. Justin Kriberry from
No,
Salida.
that's the guy. His nickname is Crib. So
Okay.
he's the guy who changed the
Ah,
blade in
there.
DSI.
Yeah, and there's lots of messages back and forth to Crib.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
Crib.
Detective Coyle is from Glendale, Arizona. Uh, Jeannie Ritter, that's the neighbor
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah. Genie.
John Beaumont.
Now, John, the spelling is probably wrong there, and I'd say that's Melinda's husband, John.
Okay.
So Melinda Bom, Beaumark, Monk. It's just spelled one of the letters is out in the
Yeah.
spelling.
Okay. Ikeika Maldonado is from Queen Creek, Arizona. Isn't that the area where they arrested him this time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was arrested in Gilbert. Um, so, but yeah, so you all that kind of area. Barry has had contacts down in that sort of area, um, from uh, Cave Creek down to Queens Creek, and um, yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming from that neck of the woods. I tell you.
And
Um,
there's yeah, a lot. There's the famous 400 tours of duty George Davis. We all know who he is.
yeah,
Uh, Carol Games from Colorado Springs.
yeah. What do I know about her now? 1 second away. Um, oh yeah, I think she's a real estate agency.
Okay.
So,
Well,
which
Barry did get rid of a lot of properties, didn't he? He got rid
yeah,
of Pima Path, he got rid of Longhorn, he got rid of the Indiana House,
yeah.
everything after Suzanne passed. So, uh,
So
Robert James Boss, he's FBI. Who else can we get rid of here? Danielle Garcia, FBI. Okay, so we got Terry Clegg.
Terry Clegg, Terry. He's from Alexandria, Indiana. No,
Oh,
about same age as Barry, I think. So
could this be one of the ones that he tried to add to Suzanne's Facebook?
maybe, possibly, yeah. Um,
Jerry Negroni. Or Gary, sorry, Gary Negroni.
Yeah, I think he was on my list of unknowns, all right, but I might have found something about him. Um, what was his name again? Oh, okay, no, just
Gary Negroni.
yeah, just I just have most likely from California, so he could be with to do with the tracing of the phones and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
phone expert.
Damian
So
Brown, San Antonio, Texas.
Damon Brown. So he was the cop who actually found the bike, and so there was two cops there. There was Molnex and there was
Oh
Damon Brown.
yeah, none of them had friggin' gloves on. Now
Yeah.
here's we have Maldonado and we've got Fernando Maldonado from Queen Creek, Arizona. So that's out near where he
Yes.
like. There's a lot I'm seeing now. Queen Creek, Arizona. So there's a big
Yeah.
mix there going on too. Dr. Carol Johnson, probably another one of Suzanne's previous doctors.
Yeah. Dr. Carol Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, she's in Salida again, and then there's another one, Doug Johnson, Dr. Doug Johnson, and
yeah. I
he's
don't think we've got to him yet.
no, maybe not, but he's I think he's actually in Buena Vista now, but I think he might have been in Salida as well.
Yeah, we got Kim's Gym. Kim's Gym's there
Yeah,
again too.
which is interesting because she wasn't on the first list, which is I thought
Yeah.
was crazy
Well, she
because
was talked about, but she wasn't on the witness list, and now she
no,
is.
but it's so important because when Barry left on the Saturday, when Barry left DSI, he claimed he went.
To
You know, there
Kim's
was
Gym.
there was a phone call from Kim's Gym. There was about three phone calls actually. One of them might have been a missed call, but all around that time, within
Hmm.
a few minutes of each other.
Yeah,
And but Barry claimed he went that direction up towards Kim's Gym, but
yeah,
he also claimed that he went to Tim Kelso's to see the backhoe, which
yeah.
would have been en route more or less, just
Right.
a slight detour. So we don't really know where he went, but it would be interesting if what that conversation was or whatever.
Right. I
With
would have liked to be a fly on the wall.
yeah,
Courtney Norman, she's from FBI.
mm-hmm.
Um, Sheila Oliver, that's Suzanne's
Suzanne's
friend.
best friend. Yeah.
Suzette McGeary.
Sorry.
Suzette
Oh,
McGeary.
she's Suzette Geary. 1 second, I don't know who she is, but Sheila Oliver. You see the way they give her address? I don't
They
see
don't put
where.
her address on this one. It's
No,
blank.
no. I mean Sheila Oliver. They gave her address.
They did give her address, and that's so
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. I don't think they should have.
Uh,
Um,
Brian Burrell.
oh, sorry. Suzette is so that's the property where they dug up the concrete at the beach side.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
They own that property. Yeah.
Okay. Brian Burrell.
Um.
Eberle. Brian.
Oh, Brian. Yeah. Well, he's a canine guy. I think they 1 second. Um. So there's a lot of canine guys, more
Yeah.
so than there was before. So he's a bloodhound guy, and
Okay.
he actually lived in Salida. I don't know where he lives now, but he did live in Salida at one stage. But yeah, he was there for the search and rescue. So yeah.
Nicholas Hangy. Hangy.
Oh, that guy is interesting. I think. Let me see what this guy is now.
I've never heard that name before.
L, yeah, I still have him down as unknown, but I think he's going to be interesting. This guy. Um,
Who? How's he connected? I don't remember
um,
ever hearing his name before.
1 second now. Just see what I have on him here in the list. Um, okay. Yeah, he's. I think he's definitely something to do with forensics or the FBI
Okay.
because it's trying to find out anything about that guy. And then when I did find something about him, it's just where he's based is just weird. That's all I'll say.
Okay. David Bauer. Yeah, there's a lot of new names that we're going to see here because don't forget when they found Suzanne, there's going to be a whole slew of new people that were brought in to go over her remains and everything else that weren't in the first case.
Yeah. So David Bauer, I don't know who he is. So he wasn't.
Kirby Lewis. Kirby Lewis, we know that name.
Yeah.
Jared Oswald.
Jared Oswald is Brad Oswald's brother, who's a cop guy, sheriff. He was in Indiana,
Okay.
friend of Barry's,
Okay.
and so Brad and I'm trying to think of his brother's name. Um, so you got Brad. Oh, sorry, you have Brad and Jared. Jared, that's it. The two. Um, so they
Okay.
threatened. They threatened Dusty and and what's his name? Tyson. So Tyson and
Oh yeah.
they went they went to Indiana, and these guys found out about it, and then they were at a race meet, maybe Indianapolis or something. I don't know where they were, somewhere there anyway, and they were threatened by them.
Yeah, I remember
So
that now.
so
Okay, so
Barry's
Trey, huh?
connected. There would be Barry's law enforcement connections, I'd
Yeah.
say.
So Tracy Benson, CBI, Denver. Angela Marinucci.
Angela. Do I know her? Oh, she's Salida. Let's see what her connection is. Um, I just she was living not far from where Barry's was working in Tailwinds, so
Okay.
she was living in that area, Tailwinds.
So she probably seen something.
Mm,
Morgan Gentile, we know who she is. She worked
yeah.
for Barry. Jay Christiansen.
He and is it Jennifer and Jay? As I said, I found out Jennifer and Jay in Aurora and Thornton, but also in Gilbert, Arizona.
Huh.
So there's a couple of so I can't connect them to Barry directly. So I have them down
It's
as
weird that
unknown.
there's so many in the Colorado or Arizona area now that are from originally Indiana. Like there's big connections there somehow.
There
You
is,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
There is a couple of connections, yeah.
Eric Mormon, we know who that is. That's on
Yeah, yeah.
Suzanne's side. Bobby Huff.
That's Barry's friend, Bobby
Yep.
Huff. Mm.
Laura Coggins.
Um, Laura Coggins. There's two Cogginses in there, and they're from Indiana. It's Laura.
Coggins.
Yeah. Um,
One is spelled, the other Laura that you say Laura is spelled Lara. This one's spelled
oh, sorry.
Laura.
That's Laura. All right.
Yeah,
So you've got
Laura.
Laura, and Richardson, and then you've got
Yeah,
Laura Coggins. Sorry,
right.
Laura Coggins, and there's another Coggins. They live in Buena Vista.
Okay.
And I just one strange thing I came across that there's a lot more people um, in the Buena Vista area this time
Than there
than
was last time.
that I found out about at the last time.
Hmm.
So
Well, it
like
could be too that people were like, and I mean, I'm not saying this in a way that I had to ever stick up for Barry Morphew, but I think that there was a lot of people that knew both Suzanne and Barry, and just no way he did. There's no way he would have done this. Like, but now that all of the evidence has basically been
Yes.
shown, and look at, she is dead. She didn't take off with some guy and everything else. I think now more are coming forward with maybe things that they
Yeah.
seen, heard,
Well,
whatever.
well, there's a lot of people on this witness list that are in a kind of a 1.5 mile radius
Yeah,
of one particular area in Buena Vista. And I kind of get the feeling that
they all know each
um,
other.
they're all kind of neighborish, you know what I mean?
Yep.
There's not a lot of houses in this. They're not on top of each other, you know what I mean? It's not as if they're in tailwinds or, uh, they're separated by acre plots, or in
Yeah.
some instances there could be 4 or 5 acres down the street to
You're
the
not
next
running.
house.
You're not running
No,
next door for a cup of sugar.
no. So there's
So what about this
something.
Kurt Sigler? Is he in that?
Yeah,
Is he's
he's
there
he's a
too?
friend. He's a friend of Barry's in from Indiana. Kurt.
Francine Gonzalez,
He was.
she's
He
FBI.
also. He's a good witness, Kurt, because he said that basically he said that Barry did it. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that the one that said that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He didn't say it off record. He said it, I think. While he was being interviewed, he didn't say much. But
yeah,
afterwards, when he was walking out, one of the agents was speaking to him, and he
yeah.
basically said he did it.
Mm. Brandit Mendenhall.
Um,
Brandit Mendenhall.
it's law enforcement, I think. Police officer with the city of Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
Um,
Derek Graham.
Derek
Graham sounds familiar too. I think he's LE too.
Derek Graham. I think he's is a law enforcement. Derek Graham. Yeah,
From the first case.
yeah.
He was there. I think he did an interview or two, or was present for interviews. John Birdsall. Why does that Birdsall ring a bell? Birdsall.
John. He's from Alexandria. He could be on. He could be on a witness list, maybe. Um, he's from Alexandria, Indiana. So
Hmm. So may know something that went on there. Shayla Glovin, she's from Salida Stove and
yeah,
Spa too.
yeah.
Bob Stafford.
Stafford. Yeah, Bob Stafford was another guy who was. I couldn't really figure out so much about him, but let me see what I have now about him. Bob Stafford. Yeah, he's likely with Verizon
Okay.
Wireless because there was a lot of hits right near where Verizon was
Yeah.
in New Jersey.
Okay. David Remington.
David Remington. Um, Salida.
So he's from Salida too.
Yeah.
Michael Hetch. Why does Hetch sound familiar? Hecht.
Well, that guy, I believe
That's
he's.
ringing a bell.
Well, I don't know. Don't know this guy, but I had him on a map in Moffat. So he'd be about probably 5 or 6 miles away from where Suzanne was found.
But
But
that last name is when you hear a name, it's like, oh, I've heard that before. I've heard that Hetch name before.
well, uh, it didn't ring a bell with me till I was looking up somebody else on the map, and I had him on my map. So, but
And he's from Moffat area.
he's in Moffat, yeah.
Uh, Rachel Broden, she's El Paso County Coroner's Office. Um, Peter Anzalone is Illinois State Crime Lab. Jeffrey Holmes, FBI. Tanner Coy.
Tanner Coy. I know who Tanner Coy is. It was another one of my um, ones I haven't found out yet. Oh, sorry. I have. All right. I just have it here in my Tanner Coy could be from either Colorado or Indiana. So I have the same name in both places. So
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm starting to see a lot of people from Indiana are coming out to Colorado.
yeah, but there was
You know,
in the first
there was a
list.
lot, but not as many as it seems like there is now in this.
Well, that Tanner Coy, he could be. There could be two Tanner Coys that you know what I mean. That one is in living in Indiana and the other's in Colorado.
Oh, yeah,
And
true.
sometimes some whatever one of these search engines you use or whatever,
Hmm.
uh, they they kind of morph these people together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you might get say for instance Mike Coleman. You might have a Mike Coleman here, and you might have another one somewhere else, and there might be something that joins them together.
yeah,
And then before you know it, you've got a this new person. You know what I mean?
right.
Just who doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So Kevin Torres, Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Pueblo. Deputy Kendra Burnett, Chaffee County Sheriff's Office. Tammy Lee, Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Dr. Doug Johnson, there's the other
Yeah.
Dr. Doug.
Mm,
Terry Lott is from Garrett Construction. Now that's
yes.
regarding Broomfield, right?
That's the Broomfield. Garrett Construction, they had
Contract,
the contract, and
right,
then you got Tony Miller then subbed off
right.
them, and then Barry subbed off Tony.
Kay Alley is saying, could Tanner be the boyfriend of one of the girls?
Say again.
Tanner, could Tanner Coy be the boyfriend of one of the girls? I don't think so.
Um,
Because I do think the boyfriend is on here, the one that they spoke to.
are you talking about Miles?
Yeah, it's
Macy's. Miles is
Macy,
on there. Yeah,
Macy's. Yeah,
yeah. Miles is on there.
yeah, he's
Um,
on here. He's down further. But I didn't hear of Mallory having a boyfriend.
oh, she had a boyfriend. Yeah.
Did she have a boyfriend then?
Yeah. I- Forboard is it was his surname.
Okay. So it's not
Um,
this Tanner Coy.
no, but he was actually there was something connection with him and the GoFundMe or something.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. God, it's a long time ago, but I could find out what his first name
Connection.
was. His first name,
Pete Cushman.
Pete Cushman. So that's
He's from
good.
Texas.
No, well, yeah, he is. He lives in Block in Texas, but
Yeah.
um, he's the neighbor where
The
Shosha
Cushmans.
was
Yeah.
staying with the
Yeah.
Cushmans, yeah.
Yeah.
And but she's not on the list, which is
It's only him, right?
very strange to me because she's been all over social media. She has been soldiering for Barry for the last 5 years, but I think there's been a change of heart
Well, could
for
very
her.
possibly be, but she's not
Yeah,
on the list.
she's
He
not on
is.
the list.
She's not.
Yeah, which I just thought was very strange.
Yeah.
Um,
Greg Fisher.
oh, Greg Fisher is 1 second. Um, I think he's Salida. 1 second. Oh no, so he was Facebook friend request.
Ah.
Mm.
Kevin Magyeri.
So that would be the owner of the beach site. That's the husband of
Okay.
Suzette. Mm.
Yeah. Ricky King.
On the Ricky King was on the was on the thing as well, on the Facebook as well.
Facebook. So Greg Fisher and Ricky King both. Yeah, I thought I was going to say these two were both there. Caitlin. So these are the friend requests that Barry sent out from Suzanne's phone. for those just joining in wanting to know. Okay, Caitlin Jenkins, she's Colorado Bureau of Investigations, Denver. Agent Richard Tippin is FBI. Sergeant William Plackner is Chaffee County. Then we got Kenneth Durham. That name sounds familiar.
Kenneth.
Durham.
I don't know who he is. He's on my unknown list.
That name sounds familiar. Kim Veach.
Kim. She's El Paso Sheriff's Department,
Okay.
K9 unit. So she's one of the cadaver dogs.
Oh, yes. Okay. Under Sheriff Alex Walker, Chaffee County. Jan Murphy, Colorado Department of Corrections, a DRDC. Now, I wonder this is the second one I've seen now from the corrections department from when Barry was first being held. I wonder if they've got stuff to share.
Yeah, well, there's a lot going.
DRDC,
So you've got Carl Colby, is it?
I don't remember. It's way
Did
back
you?
up there somewhere.
No, just across from that one. So
Oh, Carl Colby?
Yeah, so he's an interesting guy. So this guy is the so when they were looking for this woman in Saguache County, Edna Quintana,
Mm-hmm.
this was the boyfriend,
Oh.
right? So very
That's
interesting.
interesting why he's on the witness list too. So Chris
Yeah.
Wilson. Who's Chris Wilson?
Well, you have to remember. 1 second, Carl Colby. There's a there was a trailer parked abandoned up there.
Right. On the other side of where she was found. On the other side of that little dirt path, road
And he was
path.
supposed to be living in there at one stage. In that.
At one stage, but when we seen, if you go back to the pictures of it around that time, like there's windows broken out, the door was left open. I don't think anybody was staying in it at that time. But
Well,
who
you don't know.
knows? Who
You don't
knows?
know, yeah.
With homelessness and everything, I don't know.
Like he's a character, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's who he is. So he is going to be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to remember now, he's also been sharing cells with other people that might have been on the witness list and whatever. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Chris Wilson?
Chris Wilson. Second. So that would be Holly's husband, I think.
Okay.
Or it could be his son. 1 second. Just double check. I just have it down as Holly's family, but yeah. It's so it's one of maybe Holly's sons or could be daughter. I mean, Chris.
Yeah. James McKnight, Saguache County Sheriff. And I know I'm not saying it right, but oh well. Jeff Simone.
Jeff Simone. I couldn't find. I not that spelling. So I found Jeff Simon, all tied up as Barry and in Indiana, but without the E, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be. You often find in the witness lists there's misspellings.
Right.
There's like a Chris.
That's why I hate that on court documents. Make sure your spelling's damn well correct.
Well, sometimes it's done purposely. So the likes of me and who people looking into these people can't find them so easily. Mm-hmm. So I think that Jeff would be Jeff Simon without the E, and he's from Indiana. But and this James McKnight, he's from yes.
He's from the county sheriff in Saguache.
Yeah. So yeah. That's right. Yeah.
That could be interesting too, though. But anyway,
yeah.
Like what else is this guy wrapped up in? But Mary Howard.
So Mary Howard would be sister-in-law to Trent Howard. That Mary be married to Marty Howard. They live in Salida, in a nice little area in Salida where you got a lot of people, interesting people who live
Around them.
all around them. And I'm talking about in a very small radius, maybe half-mile radius of a lot of people, very interesting people.
Hmm. Sergeant Jesse Cortez, that's Chaffee County Sheriff's Office.
Hmm. Yeah,
Bobby Jean Ruth, Scottsdale, Arizona,
yeah, interesting. See, we won't know anything about a lot of these people
until the trial.
until the trial
If it
because
goes to trial,
these are the newbies. So these are all people that Barry's befriended after,
since, right?
yeah,
Since he got released.
yeah, since they moved out that direction.
Hmm.
Um, so they could be, you know, whatever ties. There could be work ties. There could be whatever, you know.
Could be in that trailer park. Who knows?
Yeah,
Liz Hamilton.
Liz.
I don't remember that name either.
Um, so she is. mm, so she's in Moffat as well,
Hmm.
um, and she'd be an interesting person as well. Very interesting.
We'll
What
leave
else?
that there.
Hmm.
Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson would be Holly's husband, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Agent Jonathan Grusing. We all know this name.
Hmm.
FBI. Detective Sergeant Robin Burgess at Chaffee County Sheriff's
Yeah.
Office.
Hmm.
Reed Schwinn.
Reed. Um,
Schwinn.
Reed. I have a funny feeling. Um, Reed. He's in Indiana, but I have nothing else added in. So he could be on the. He could be one of the phone, Facebook friend
Yeah,
requests or something like
trust
that. You know what I
friend
mean?
requesting. Yeah.
I don't know.
Chris Mormon. We know who that is. That's on
Mhm.
Suzanne's side of the family. Stacy Emmerich.
Um,
Stacy, and I think I should put Lauren with her too. Lauren Sharf. They're Fox reporters, I believe.
yeah, yeah. Well, you got Lauren, and you've got. Uh, that's why I think that Stacey is all right.
Yeah, that's who I think
Is
Stacy is.
yeah.
Uh, Cody Cox.
Cody Cox is another one of Barry's workers. So you had Jeff, and then you had Cody worked on the Broomfield wall the first time around.
When
So
they screwed it all
Barry
up.
blamed Barry blamed him.
Yeah,
Barry
yeah.
accused him as well of possibly abducting Suzanne or murdering Suzanne. And he had only very nice things to say about Barry, even though Barry accused him of,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if Cody Cox's name comes up an awful lot. That's all I'm
Well,
going to say.
he's on for the prosecution, so
Yeah,
s-
I
I
would.
think a lot of people that spoke highly or just withheld in the past, I think a lot of them are going to flip their tune,
I think some people might have already, but
right?
I just have a feeling. You know, you just have a feeling sometimes.
Yep.
So he would be one of my jokers in the pack.
Mm. Ian Horn
Ian Horn. I don't know who he is. I don't think.
and
Yeah.
Jonathan Bird,
Oh,
BYRD.
oh yeah. Jonathan Bird is 1 second now. He works for Garrett Construction, so that there's people that had the wall.
The
So
contract for the wall, yeah.
yeah, so he's probably one of the high up in the management or He's probably a CEO or something like that. But and what was the other guy before him? Ian Horn.
Ian Horn.
Do I have him?
I don't remember that name either,
No,
so that could be
no,
also another one that Barry tried to friend on Suzanne's account.
I don't know. I couldn't find anything on this guy. You know, like,
It's a ghost.
well, I could find Ian Horns everywhere. Do you know what I mean? But I
Right.
couldn't find any Ian Horn that was either in Salida, Indiana, Arizona, Moffat. You know what I mean? And then when you get that far, then you can tie them in somehow, maybe.
Right.
But no, I couldn't find any Ian Horn that would directly match.
Okay, Tim
Kilco.
Cloak.
That's
Yeah,
that's
Peak Solar Designs.
so he's the guy in 58 Jones Avenue who I said that Barry went to have a look at the backhoe, Tim Backhoe.
Oh,
Tim
yes.
Backhoe.
Yeah.
So Tim and Barry passed his property, which is on the way more or less when you're going up Rainbow Boulevard, heading towards Kim Jim. She's
Yeah.
right at the top of the boulevard, um, as it takes a kind of a right turn, heading out, and just before you get there, you would take a little left and you could pass by his property quite easy, and the backhoe was sitting in his yard, so you could have seen it from without even going in there. You know, what I mean, you could see it from the street.
Mary Branson.
Mary Branson was the old lady next door
But
to
she heard the machinery
yeah, she heard the machinery that that
that
night.
night or midnight or
And
whatever.
you know what? It's strange how her name is on the witness list because I just find it hard to believe um, that Barry was down on that property running any type of machinery, unless he went in Suzanne's Range Rover. Is the only thing I can
Yeah.
think of. It just doesn't figure in
It doesn't
anything.
figure into the GPS and everything.
Well, no, there's you can't go by GPS on Barry's truck anyway because he
Like
switched
he
it
turned
off.
it off.
Yeah, but his mileage, the mileage doesn't add up. You know, like
So
he
he
can.
could have taken one of the daughter's vehicles, or
That's what I'm saying. He could have went in a different vehicle, but it just doesn't add up to me. I think
well,
I
didn't
think
she say too? She wasn't 100% sure it was that
Friday,
Friday
Friday or
night.
Saturday, Friday
Yeah,
or
she didn't
Saturday.
know if
Yeah,
it was Friday or Saturday,
yeah.
but she remembered saying she heard the machinery late at night.
But she did say also, I think it must have been the Friday night because she said the next day she spoke to somebody. So Barry was there the next day, but the
Oh,
next day after Saturday will be Sunday, and there'll
right.
be
He would.
nobody working there on Sunday.
Right.
You
So
know
it
what I mean?
had to have been Friday night.
So that's what I worked it out. It had to be Friday night because she said she spoke to somebody the next morning, and Barry was there the next morning with Morgan. You know,
Yeah.
working there.
Well, he had
Um,
Morgan working. He wasn't doing much of anything. He had Morgan doing the stuff down by the water there.
so it could have been something going on there that night because for Barry to turn around and say that they went down to get the pizza in her Range Rover
Mhm.
could be Barry making up for mileage
The
that was
mileage.
run on her odometer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, could be
See the odometer, Barry can switch on and off his
GPS.
telematics all he likes, but the odometer you would have to disable the odometer, which is a lot tougher to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, Detective Miles Jones, Salida Police Department. Uh, Kevin Hunter.
I couldn't find him. I don't think Kevin Hunter. Let me have a look. I did look for this guy. I thought I would find him, but I'm sure I didn't find him because he's on the top of my head. HIJK Kevin.
He could be another one that maybe Barry tried to add.
Sorry,
Could be another one that Barry tried to add to Suzanne's Facebook.
I don't know. I just don't know who he.
Who he is at all.
No, yeah, he's one of the guys I haven't got. So,
Mhm.
and you know, some of the names are some names you would find there's only a couple of them in certain areas, and then the certain names are very common. It's a
Yeah.
needle in a haystack. You know what I mean?
Kelly Ritz, Monarch Lodge. Is that not where he stayed?
No, no. Monarch Large is just up Garfield, just past about
Yeah.
3 miles up past uh, up towards the ski resort.
Hmm.
So just up there, this Monarch Lodge is just on the left hand side.
He didn't stay there when they were going
Who?
through his house or something, Barry?
No, not that I know of. Anyway, that'd be news to me. I believe when he first stayed, the first night I think he stayed with George Davis.
Uh-huh.
The second, um, I think he still I might stay with George Davis maybe a couple nights, and then I think he stayed with Trent. I think
Okay.
so.
Matt Goodwin, Buena Vista, Colorado. It's another one
Uh,
in that Buena Vista area.
oh yeah, so he's a correctional officer, right? Or used to be, and so a lot of these people he would know. You know what I mean? He know them very well, and so yeah,
They're
he.
intertwined.
I'm not saying to you about yeah. There are a lot of these people. See, a lot of them. As I can't get over when when I see all these people that Barry hung around with. A lot of them are jailbirds,
Hmm.
in and out of. You know what I mean? They've done some type of time. Like I don't know many people who've ever been inside jail. Do you know what I mean? And I know loads of people, but I couldn't say like if you asked me did I know 3 or 4, I couldn't tell you 4 people that I know have been in jail that I would personally know or friendly with.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And when I look through a lot of Barry's friends, a lot of them are jailbirds. You know what I mean? A lot of people that his crew like Jeff was. You know, Jeff was in prison for
Yeah.
9 years. Um, you
But it's
have
also, they've got
Cody.
people from the corrections that are on this witness list, as well as ex jail guards. And it's like,
Yeah,
well, wait a minute here. Let's connect some dots. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be interesting when this trial, hopefully, this trial happens, to find out why certain people are on this list.
well, you see, people, do you know, as I said to you, like you have to think about 3 or 4 people that Barry had working for him were in and out of jail, do you know,
Mhm. Yeah.
and maybe more actually than 3 or 4, and that you
And drug
know,
users.
and drug users, and
Yeah.
they want to, if they know stuff, they want an easier sentence. They might just want to talk. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. So I said it's going to be interesting when this, hopefully, this does go to trial and doesn't end up like a Brian Koberger thing, because I think we're going to find out a lot here.
Mm-hmm.
That's even with everything we know, and even though like you and Kurt haven't shared a lot of stuff that you know, I haven't shared a lot of stuff that I know. For it to finally come out and people to go, "Oh my god," you know what
Yeah,
I mean? It's going
yeah.
to be,
All there's going to be surprises.
yep,
100% is going to be surprises.
and it's going to come from people that you never thought would come from.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
And like I was, one thing that did surprise. There's a couple of names that were on the original witness list that I would have thought would be on this list that are
That
not on
aren't.
the list,
Yeah.
and like David Orion, definitely. I can't like because he's like when you look into Barry's infotainment system, his phone data and all that, like David Ryan's name's all over there. You
Mhm.
know, so he obviously done the work. So even if he had no involvement, he I'm sure he could enlighten us with some
with
information.
some information.
Yeah,
Mikhail Thompson, Salida.
yeah. Well, she interesting person again. So she had a hairdressing with her, I think it was with her sister or something like that. But she had a hairdressing uh,
Salon.
salon and massage.
Mhm.
So she's not far from DSI. She's kind of in between DSI and Tailwinds area.
Mhm.
So about in that sort of vicinity of Salida, coming in, as you're coming into Salida, basically into the
Yeah.
main stretch, Rainbow Boulevard.
Sarah,
Um, but she might be, she might have stuff to say. She was on
I
the
think
last.
so.
She was on the last
She was
witness list.
on. Yeah. Sarah from Colorado Bureau of Investigation. We all know who Sam Davis is. That's one of Barry's buddies.
No, that's
Um,
actually that's George Davis's
oh,
brother.
that's Buena Vista. Okay,
Yeah, he
yeah,
was,
that's I'm thinking George Davis. It's
and
like,
as I
oh my
said
god.
to you about this area in Buena Vista, like Sam Davis lives in that same little neck of the woods in
Yeah,
that area what I'm talking about.
with all these other
And
Buena Vista ones. Yeah.
so he was the main contractor for the house that Barry was working on in the beach side where they dug the
Hmm.
concrete floor.
Yeah.
So it was Sam and his Rebecca Hauser, and she's not on the list,
I
which
haven't
is
seen her yet.
well. Is a Rebecca. Maybe she's been married since, maybe, and that's her marriage name. Maybe there is a Rebecca on there. Just made me think of that. Let me check.
So Tom Perrin, he's a coroner. John, I'm not even going to try and say that last name. He's FBI. Jim Reed is Necro Search International. That's going to be
Dogs.
the dogs. Jeff, I'm not going to sugarcoat. He's Colorado Bureau of Investigations. Uh, Nick Hoffman, Chaffee County. Randy Cariato, he's Chaffee County. Um, Janelle Nepple, she's Salida Stove and Spa also. And then we got Lee
Well, that's
Johnson.
Janelle is Colton's mom, I think.
Yeah.
So I think that's she. It says here, Seven Span. She's given her address as U.S.
Highway
Highway
50.
50. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know they did live right next to the beach site on County Road 105, but that could have been 5 years
Years.
ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lee Johnson.
I couldn't find him, Lee
Couldn't find
Johnson.
him.
No, I'm sure. I'll just have a look. I'm nearly sure. Lee.
Oh my god.
No, I couldn't find him.
Okay, if I had a name like this, I don't know. I'd be changing my name. Rod Bone.
Rod. My God.
Our
No,
Rod Bone.
I couldn't
Come
find
on,
Rod
like,
either.
yeah, yeah,
I,
well, good thing. I wouldn't want to
yeah,
meet him. Jeffrey Criswell. So like I
Jeffrey.
said, some of these, this Lee Johnson, this Rod Bone, that seems to me like a made up name because you don't want to give your real name. And Lee Johnson, these could be people too that Barry tried to add to her Facebook. Jeffrey Criswell.
He's actually so Kim's gym. So Kim's brother owns the Salida Pawn and Gun shop in or store in Salida, just off where I was saying on the way up to Kim Jim's property.
Yeah, yeah,
The gun shop's just on the right
yeah,
hand side of the Rainbow Boulevard,
yeah.
and so her brother owns that store, and this
Uh,
guy works there. He must be the manager or something with that, or partner or something.
okay. Agent Amber Cronin, FBI. Aaron Wilson.
Aaron. That's a Aaron Wilson must be Holly's daughter or something like that.
Miles Harvey.
Miles is the Macy's boyfriend at the time.
Yep.
He is one of the big witnesses for me.
Right. Because he knows a lot, and he knows a lot about the
Like
fighting and the arguing and the
all that.
whatever Macy told him, like about wanting to leave. He
But
knows it all.
yeah, because you have to understand, Macy was 100% innocent of anything before
Right.
this all happened.
Yep.
So if there was any bad feeling or she was upset, she would tell him. Do you know
Yep.
what I mean? He would also witness things. He would
Right.
moods and comings and goings, and if Barry was away for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Like, to be honest,
He
I
also knew
don't.
where Suzanne biked and everything. He kind of knew her route, where she would really go and where she wouldn't, and stuff like
She
that.
never, she never biked on on the 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 what you call them, on the streets, basically. You know what I mean? It
Right.
was a mountain bike. You know what I mean? And so the
But he's seen a lot too. He heard a lot from Macy, and he's seen a lot when he was there.
yeah,
So he's
oh,
going to be interesting.
he would be one of my top witnesses.
Yeah,
Mm,
I think so.
yeah.
Matt Pereiras.
Matt. Oh yes, he's an interesting guy too. So this guy, he went to school or college with Suzanne,
Okay.
and but he has like he's a bit of a celebrity. I think he was a bit of an actor or something like that. But he also has his own radio station or podcasts, whatever like that.
Okay.
So he's got a big following. So and he's in Indiana. He's in Indianapolis, I think.
Hmm,
But
interesting.
so he yeah, I think he's on Suzanne's side here. So
Okay.
a lot of people, if you had um if you have a radio station or a channel or whatever, people can ring up and I mean,
Talk and ask questions, or
I'm sure he knows stuff. This guy,
maybe Holly Booton.
Holly was the girl who went away with Mallory and Macy on the road trip. So
Ooh.
she would be in college with Mallory,
Yeah.
best of friends, best buddies,
Ooh.
and yeah.
That
So
would be interesting.
yeah,
How much did Miss Mallory really know? And that, to me, I hate to say it, but Mallory, I don't trust as far as I could throw her. I think
you
she
know,
knows a hell of a lot more than what she's letting on.
I'm always, and I do feel that way sometimes, right? But I have to say, until you're in their shoes, it's very hard. Um, I look, I just
I've been kind of like, well, not with a murder, but
no,
with funky stuff going on with my real mother and my real dad.
yeah,
I kept secrets,
yeah,
and there was some pretty bad stuff. I don't want to get into it all, but there was some pretty bad stuff there, and I kept it a secret.
yeah. There's things that people don't talk about, um, and nobody's telling them it's a secret. It's just like there was something happened where when I was a kid, like, uh, and nobody talked about it. Like you're talking about maybe 1,000 people kind of knew this subject, and it was as though it never happened.
Right.
You know,
And just like Kay
so
Alley said, Mallory was the one that had no problem shooting animals too. She went hunting with her dad.
yeah,
Mallory, everything is under Mallory's name.
she's jealous
Mallory,
as well now as well.
Mallory's the one that took the reins. Mallory did me personally, and nobody else has to agree with me. Me personally, I think Mallory knows exactly what happened and that her dad
Well,
did
look,
it.
I think both of them know because unless they have had no access to social media
Mhm.
whatsoever,
I
Like,
think Macy found out later, but Macy's being kept quiet because of the finances. She still highly is needing that financial help. And I think she's been told, you shut your mouth, you whatever, or you're cut off. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
well, yeah,
Like Macy
maybe.
was a lot younger. Mallory, I believe Mallory knew, and she knew pretty quick.
But well, look, put it this way. So you either believe Barry, or if you don't believe what Barry's saying, you've you're l- living with a murderer. Do you
Yep.
know what I mean? Do you know? Somebody
But
killed your
Barry
mom.
also, Mallory also knows that, hey, I'm all you got.
Yeah,
Macy was really close to her mom. Macy's the one that
yeah,
said, Mom, just get a restraining order and everything else. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Macy's being kept shut up by
yeah,
not only Mallory, the fear, if he can kill my mom, can you do something can
yeah,
I disappear? And
yeah,
Mallory is there backing it right up for her daddy. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Come on, Dad, why are you putting everything under my name? Why am I left holding the bag if something goes south? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Whereas Macy's like, I just need help. Like I need to get through life. You know what I mean? And everything is tied now. Now everything is under Mallory's control. So
Well,
she has to do
Mallory's
what Mallory
business,
wants.
Mallory's when she came out of college, her the business that she had was in real estate. I think it was some part of real estate anyway. When
Uh,
she bought that first property, that was in Gunnison.
Condo.
Yeah, but that was a business address linked to that property, and so do you know, until you're in their shoes, it's very hard. And sometimes I do say it, I just lose the plot sometimes, and I blurt stuff out because it's more from anger. It's when I restrain myself, I don't
No
because
filter on this one. I think she knew fairly quickly after her dad
oh
was arrested that he did it.
yeah, look, I'm not saying that there was a case that I was looking at um, it was in Australia. I can't think of the case off the top of my head now, but fairly similar type of thing. There was the husband, wife, and only daughter, and the father killed the wife, and he buried her out. He just discarded her basically out in the brush. You know, didn't even dig a hole like, and she was found, I think, about 3 or 4 years later, but there was foul play from straight away from the cops had him, and but she was denying everything, and she knew, but she
Hmm.
covered for her dad,
Hmm.
and it like a Stockholm syndrome type of a thing. But then again, when she lost him and he ended up in jail, like she had no parents now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only child. You know what I mean? So there's an awful lot. It's not easy, and it's easy for us sitting on the sideline, I think, to say things, but like
Hmm.
I know for sure, there's no way could they not know
Right.
because they know so much that we
Don't.
don't. And when somebody like an investigator or something like that turns around and says this and that, which is new, and they know that this lines up.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Or they know that's not true.
Yes, yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much, Patty Ward, for your $5 US super sticker. I appreciate you. But yeah, they know what's true and what's not. So
Well,
when somebody comes up and I say, "Hey, Mallory, your dad took your car, and that's when he went to dispose of your mom in uh, some other part, like say hypothetically,
yeah,
Salida. We know
yeah,
that." And she goes, "No, he didn't, because maybe he didn't. Maybe he took Macy's vehicle
yeah.
or Suzanne's vehicle." Sorry, she knows the truth, so she can look at you in your face and go, "That's not true." You know
So
what I mean?
you imagine as well that on the Saturday that Barry was doing a lot of stuff around the house. Not, I don't mean housekeeping, but I
Hmm.
mean he was doing some tidying up. And when they arrived at that house, they would have seen a lot of changes from
Yep,
when
from when
Macy
they
went off
left.
on that Tuesday morning. um, to when she came back, things would have been in different places. Things would have been missing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you
Since when did
can't.
Barry do laundry?
Yeah,
You know what I
or
mean?
where's the recorder for the CCTV?
I know.
I
Where'd it
mean,
go? Where'd it go?
yeah,
Like, so that's why I said I'm not so sure. Well, I don't know. I just think Mallory is head honcho now, and I think Macy has to fall in line. I think Macy knows too, but Macy has to fall in line if she wants any more financial help. You know what I mean?
I think somehow, I think the financials for the daughters, I think, was kind of looked after in a way that he couldn't get to a certain amount of money. Um, I don't think he had access to all their money, especially stuff that was going to come to them from, say, Jean and the Mormon side. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but everything else, like the money from Puma selling Puma Path in Indiana and Longhorn and all that shit,
Yeah,
he's got to put it under somebody else's name because if they do come back and they find Suzanne and they come back and they charge him again, he's got no money.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the
Oh,
last
yeah.
time he had to put out for his lawyer. This time he's indigent. I got no money. It's all my daughters. I got no money, and he
Isn't
gets a
it?
paid. He gets a paid lawyer now.
I think it's strange that that property that was bought down in Florida was happened. I think it was around the 19th of April or something like that.
Just before he got
Um,
rearrested.
yeah, not long. I mean, about a month. I mean, 4 weeks
Yeah,
before. So he probably got
he got a whiff.
a whiff. Yeah, all it would have needed would have been somebody to say, there's a lot of questions being asked. See what I
Right.
mean?
Guess who was at my house?
Yeah,
Investigators. Guess who? Guess. You know,
yeah,
and look at
and
a
if
lot of
you
the people on this list.
exactly if you got three or four
Right.
of those people, uh,
He knew something was up. He knew it was
yeah,
coming.
yeah. So all of a sudden you have the property um, in Indiana, the Book Drive property.
Mhm.
Um, the ownership had changed into Mallory, and then this property down in Florida, then which is only, I think it was about 225,000 or something. That was two hundred
And
twenty-three
Mallory.
thousand. It was in Mallory and Macy's name.
Oh, it's in both
And
of their names.
it's about, but a 1 bedroom apartment, but it's right where Suzanne
When
went. Yeah, like
that's sickening.
it's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Could be
Okay,
anywhere.
so
You
who
could.
did we miss? Did we go through Matt Pereiras?
Oh, that's the guy I was just saying. He was a bit
Okay.
of a celebrity.
Okay. Holly Bouton.
Yeah, that was the with Mallory Holly's
Oh yeah,
Mallory's
Mallory's friend there.
yeah.
Penny Dunsing.
Penny. She was another
We
one
only
that.
got we only got I think 1.5 pages left.
Yeah,
15 pages
yeah. I
of
couldn't find
witnesses.
Penny. I couldn't find Penny. Yeah,
Sheila Almeida.
Sheila.
Isn't
Nope.
she?
No, couldn't find her either.
You couldn't find her, not even
No,
in outside of Salida,
no. Whereabouts?
because okay, I'm not going to say nothing online, but
Yeah, you can
um,
let me know.
yeah, I'll let you know about the Sheila because there's something more to that, and I think she is now. She may not be there now because I know she was. Um, I spoke with her,
Okay.
and
Well,
she
what
was
I do,
afraid.
what I can do after this, I'll email you my unknowns, which is I think there's about 20 something on it, and
Okay.
yeah, when they've filled in any more details on any of these, we can get together again.
Yeah, I got to go back and make sure that's the right Sheila, but I'm almost sure I know who that is, and she. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
I'll send you a private. Hang on.
Okay.
Uh, okay, wait. We'll go to Joe Ellsworth, Night Security Services, and while you're
Now,
explaining that
that's
one, I'm
okay.
going to send you a message in private.
Okay, I'll explain this guy. So this guy does CCTV for, and he lives in right next to um, DSI where Barry was on Saturday, where he got the blade, and then he headed off down towards Kim's gym. He would have just came out where this property was, where night security. But this
Yeah.
guy, he does the home security cameras. So I'm wondering, did he was he looking after the cameras up in Puma Path?
Okay, hang on. I'm just sending you a message here.
Okay.
Um, that you might know this. I don't know if you know it yet. I told Kurt about it. Uh,
You've also got a Kevin.
okay, I just sent it to you there.
Okay. I'll have a look at that. Yeah, I'll look into that.
Yeah, I
Um,
told because she wanted to talk to my brother and
yeah.
because she needed help. And
Okay.
okay,
Yeah, yeah,
so okay, so I think that's her.
yeah.
Jules Elworthy said that one. Kevin Coggins.
Well, Kevin Coggins is another guy. That's Kevin. Remember before I said it was they're living in Buena Vista. The other Coggins, Laura, I think was Coggins.
Yeah,
They were living in Buena Vista. Which I said all these people from Buena Vista all of a sudden are
yeah.
just coming up on my map.
AK Ali. No, this is a different Sheila
Um,
that we're talking about here.
Okay.
Kylie Hager, Bureau of Investigation. Amber Pierce Myers.
Amber Pierce Myers.
Pierce
Oh yeah,
Myers.
Amber Pierce Myers. And she's from Indiana. One second, Amber.
She know
Um,
the bank girl.
she's related through marriage. I think it's to the Morphews. I think, but she said that Suzanne was not a victim of domestic violence. Remember that she made a statement
Hmm,
that Suzanne was not a victim. So
no. I
yeah,
remember it sounds like I could be wrong, but Amber Pierce Myers, it's almost like that was the woman at the bank that said she wasn't. It could be because from what I can remember from the comment that was made from the girl from the bank in Indiana that said Suzanne's the one that ruled the finances. So it
right.
could be the same one that said she wasn't abused.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I'm not sure about the bank bit, but I just know about the her making the statement of that Suzanne, and so yeah,
Yeah.
I
Steve
have this from the. I have her from the first
from the
witness
first.
list. Yeah.
Okay. Steve Sunling.
Steve.
Sundling.
Oh yeah. I think he's Indiana as well, but he. See if I what I have about him, Steve.
Well, he's looking for that,
Oh,
Susan.
oh,
You may
Carmel.
have to turn on your notifications in the YouTube app itself. If you don't have your notifications on the app itself, it won't give you the notifications.
Who's
Okay,
saying that?
sorry, Martin. No, I was just telling Susan. She said she wasn't getting the notifications, and a lot
Oh,
of people
okay.
don't know if you don't have on the YouTube app itself, not on when you go on to watch YouTube videos. In the app itself, you have to have notifications there turned on, or any YouTube channel that you set your notifications to on, you won't get them unless in the app itself they have to be on. Okay,
I have
sorry.
a lot of my communications or my notifications ceased over about 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
So I wasn't getting Reddit ones. I was, uh,
Weird.
yeah. So whatever happened now could be me falling asleep on my laptop. if you tried, and I could have pressed something.
You never admit to that.
I
Never
do,
admit to falling asleep online.
but I've done it a few times. I've done it a few times. Even last night, I think I fell asleep.
Oh shit.
Um, so this guy, Steve Sutherland, he lives in Carmel, which is where uh, Barry's property is there in, and he's an insurance broker.
Okay.
So same age as Barry, more or less, maybe a year older or two. But yeah,
Brad Oswald.
Brad, Brad Oswald, he's the cop, sheriff in that Dusty and Tyson. Remember what I was saying?
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So
Murdy
Barry,
Howard.
Marty Howard is Trent's brother, Mary's husband,
Trent, yeah. Okay.
and yeah, as I said, they live in a nice little part of Salida
Mm-hmm.
where they're surrounded by
All these shady shits.
all these people, these lovely people.
Tristan Kubik is a Colorado Natural Heritage Program, and Gene McAllister is JGM Consulting LLC in Denver.
Hmm.
So, and that's the end of the list. This is just the certificate of service saying that they filed it. So there's a lot on here. Like there's a lot of shady shit going on, like within certain groups in a couple different areas.
Yeah. No, I've gone through this list and I try to get as many people first, and now I'm in the process of linking
Right.
people on the list. But there's going to be so many people. The one thing I have found out, there's an awful lot of canine people on this list
Mm-hmm.
and bloodhound people that
Yeah.
were not on the first list.
But don't forget, now that they found her body,
That's true. Yeah,
they could be bringing those dogs back to other areas because they got to find where she
100%.
decomped.
Well, this is what I was going to say to you, that like they were probably used obviously up at the burial site up in Moffat,
Yeah.
but they maybe they've been used now to try and find out where um, the burial may have been if there wasn't a burial
Prior. Right.
prior. Yeah.
Like I said, they now that they found her and they know she did not, that's not her first burial site. They're trying to piece together where the other sites were. And I'm telling you, if it comes up where my map brought me, I'm gonna lose my shit because I'm still pissed off at somebody for going there and messing with the suitcase in the
Oh
water,
yes.
and
Oh yes. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
still pissed at that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, there's a lot of we must have missed out a few people earlier, but I have
oh, there was
found,
some right at the top that
yeah,
we had gone through before you.
but
Like, well,
I,
Andrew and David, we know. Macy, we
yeah,
know. Mallory, we know. Uh, Cody's from our Melinda Beaumont.
yeah. So that was John Beaumont as well, but his is spelled different.
That's from
Um,
Nashville, yeah, Knoxville, yeah, because he was spelled Beumonk.
I think it was still spelled Baumonk.
Oh,
I
Beaumont.
think I think it was only one letter that was done wrong, but
The
I'm
O,
sure
because I
her
know at
husband.
the end it was Monk, Monk.
Yeah, I'm sure it's her husband. Like I mean, but
I'm gonna try and find him now.
yeah, I did find there's a lot of possibilities around Thornton and Aurora.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of saying to myself, that's odd. Do you know what I mean?
It is, and like I
Especially,
said,
like,
if they're like bringing in these dogs to try and find out where the decomp happened and everything, and it's where my maps brought me, it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
yeah,
I'm still trying to find this Beaumont.
yeah. So you
There it is
Isn't
right there. Baumonk, John Beaumont.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
misspelling.
the O.
Yeah.
So,
And, and there's another few I found. There was like a Chris, which was spelt with a K before and a C this time, but it was in my old list from
yeah,
last time. You know what I mean?
Lisa Crawford, Ken
Chris,
Case, Chris
might be
Collins,
Chris Collins actually. It might be Chris Collins.
Ron
But
Brady.
yeah,
Awesome.
there is. I sent this to Kurt, and I was just saying to him, enjoy this now because I'm seeing a lot on here,
Hmm.
and what I'm seeing is, which one thing makes me feel great is the amount of law enforcement that's on this list. Like there's almost 100,
Hmm.
and
Well, to me,
so
that's not really shocking because they have from the first time that they investigated and everything, and now it's almost like we got to reinvestigate it all over again. So now they
like
got
84. There's 84 on this law, and there's some missing from
from the
that
first
names
one.
from the that they've moved on or whatever.
Mm.
Or
Well, they could have
Brady
passed
was,
away. Like we know Jeff Puckett, he's gone.
yeah,
Oh,
um,
so I mean, there could be some too that are on here that have passed away.
yeah, oh,
So
100%,
we
yeah,
don't know, right? But I know like the addition of a lot of these officers is this prosecutor is Ann Kelly is going to say, okay, I want my officers to go out now and investigate this, and this. You know what I mean?
oh,
And like I've seen,
it's following the forensics now as well.
right?
So you've got people down that are, um, botanists and these people that look at the soil and
Yeah.
um, anything that's in the soil, which would tell you, which obviously told them that this was not the first burial site. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, what
Um,
told them that this wasn't the first burial site is there was no decomp with her.
yeah, that's right.
Even the biking outfit that was found with her had no decomp on it.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So that was thrown there afterwards.
After that,
She was thrown in, the bike shirts was thrown in because we got to follow suit, right? But
yeah,
there was no decomp on
no
any of
hair,
the soil there,
yeah,
no hair,
no fingers,
nothing,
no
no
toes.
decomp on her biking clothes. They know right away this is not where she decomposed.
No,
So now these officers have got to go out, and Lord knows how many of them there was that now have to go out and they've got to try and go backwards and try and find out where was she previously buried.
yeah,
I still say she was under the water first, then out near that in Aurora there where my
could
map
be,
led me.
could be. I Oh no, I don't think she was out in that place in Aurora. I think the cooler and the blanket
Yeah,
and all that stuff was out. That was dumped out there
right.
afterwards, because that wasn't
What
found.
was in the suitcase?
Well, we don't
We don't
know.
know because somebody went and emptied it.
But it was. Did they open it there and then?
Well, when
Because it
the
was full of
girl that
fish and mud. It was full of fish and mud. Small minnow.
right, but when I was working with another female, and it was only me and her that were supposed to know about it, and then I told her I got to tell Kurt,
Yeah,
and then Kurt brought in Biz Mama, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where things went south.
I know.
And she left because she tried to get out to it, but she was sinking because the water level had dropped. She was sinking down in the mud, so she wanted to go and get a dinghy or something to get out to the suitcase because it was so heavy you couldn't
Yeah,
pull it out. Then a day or two later, when she went back to try and get it, it was opened.
yeah.
So somebody had whatever was in it, somebody's taken out.
Well, maybe. But let, let's let's look at it this way. That stuff, if if Barry was dumping that stuff out of the back of his truck, he would have spent literally 4 seconds dumping it. He would have
But
pulled
don't
up,
forget, when this
tossed it
happened,
over.
when he would have thrown it in there, they had had a lot of rain and everything else. She
Yeah,
said, because she lives in that area, she said that the water was 3 to 4 feet higher than what it is,
yeah,
and this is the first time that it had started going down.
yeah. Uh,
So that whatever was in it to weigh it down, whatever it was,
Yeah,
would have sunk right to the bottom. Like it was
possibly.
like,
Yeah. I don't know if the cooler would sink to the bottom because
not the cooler and
yeah,
blanket. I'm talking about the
suitcase.
suitcase.
Yeah,
And
because
then 4 feet of water, 3.5 feet to 4 feet of water receded, and that's when they seen the top of it. And then they could see the one side, and it was zip closed.
yeah.
Then when they went back to try and get out to it because it had sunk so, like the water level had gone down so much, they were just sinking in the mud. They needed something like a dinghy or something. And when they came back, somebody had already got to it and it was opened.
So if if we're if the theory is that Barry had put her somewhere in this cooler, my very first contact, not my very first, but one of my first contacts with Kurt and Gonzo, where they were
Hmm.
kind of together. I emailed Kurt and Gonzo. I said, in Buena Vista, there's storage units there in Buena Vista. I said, which there's no CCTV cameras there. Do you know what I mean? They're just
Hmm.
out in the middle. Do you know what I mean? It's like the ones in Salida. I'm presuming they have CCTV. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't, but certainly the ones I seen out in Buena Vista didn't have
Didn't have any.
CCTV. Not that I could see, anyway.
Yeah.
So that was never looked into. But then it's kind of after that time myself and Kirk started chat backwards and forwards. But it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And if it would be a handy place, you see, if you're just disposing of maybe a suitcase and a cooler, do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Or maybe a few items. Do you know who's maybe people don't even know it's under your name? Could be under somebody else's name.
Right.
Do you know who's to tell? Do you know?
Thank you, Get. I appreciate it. And Barbara says, I've got my own theories on this. Barbara Ann Kenny, Chocolate Chip Studios, says, Martin, does the fact that the port was still on the body mean anything to you? I'm going to let you
It
answer that while
does.
I run up
Yeah.
to go pee because she
Yeah.
needed to be found, in my opinion. But okay, I'm just going to run pee. So you go ahead and answer that, Martin.
Yeah. Well, just like what I just said there, that Barry wanted Suzanne to be found, the remains, because that gave him access to the money. Do you know what I mean? So I think it was a way of because the port, if everything else, if the bones were bleached, there was no hair, it was just a skeleton basically. Um, why bring the port? Why not leave the port away? Like fingers, feet, and hands were missing. Um, I think it was like a telltale sign to say that um, it was Suzanne. Do you know what I mean? If somebody was to find, you know what I mean? That's my opinion.
All
I was
right.
just I was just saying that I think the port was there because Barry needed her to be found to
Right.
get access to the money.
That's right.
Yeah,
Because it takes,
in
I
her
don't know how long it is in the States, but I know here
seven,
it's like
I think
7 years. Yeah.
7 years. Yeah,
And he needed access to that money. And this
that's
was
right.
his way of, oh, look at that. She's found way the hell out there. He wants the insurance money.
Yeah,
And until her body is found, he has to wait 7 years before he can have her pronounced deceased.
yeah,
So
that's
that's
what I think.
why, yeah, me too. I'm right there with you. You're very welcome. Any other questions before we start wrapping it up, you guys? We've been here 2.5 hours. If anybody has any other questions for Martin, please get them in, ask them. Every time I say ask him, I think of my dog because I couldn't figure out a name to name my German Shepherd that I had, so I just named him Ask him. So everybody,
I,
what's your dog's name? Ask him.
I had two lovely German shepherds. I had Toya and Gina,
Oh,
and They were brilliant. Well, Gina was brilliant, and Toya was her daughter, but
Yeah.
and she got kind of spoiled. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she didn't. But Gina was just so intelligent. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
German Shepherds generally are very loyal,
I was
very
actually
smart.
bitten. Toya bit me. I was coming home from school. That's a long time ago. I was coming home from school. I was probably about 13, and I just climbed over the gate. School must have finished early for some reason, and I came home early. Nobody at home, so we used to come in the back way, and we could have a key. And I was climbing down the gate. I seen the two dogs running towards me, but I just thought they were welcoming me. And I got bitten up my calf. And I got off a shock. I remember
Okay.
jumping up on top of the wall and say, "Give it!" And she was howling when she realized. She was whinging and crying. And
Yeah.
she didn't. Uh, but yeah, they're very intelligent dogs.
Okay, so Ali says, I don't know if this has been asked yet, but will the daughter be on the defensive part? They're both right here at the beginning. Both Macy right there and Mallory right there. They are both this is the notice of endorsement. All the witnesses that we just went over, you guys. Ann E. Kelly, District Attorney in and for the 12th Judicial District, State of Colorado, hereby notifies the defense and court of the endorsement of the following witnesses in the above entitled case. So, this is the prosecution's list of witnesses, 15 pages of it that we just went through, and Macy and Mallory are both on the prosecution's witness list.
There
So
might
are
be,
they
there
going to
might,
be hostile witnesses? Probably. They're going to have, I think, a hard time getting the answers that they want out of them, if you ask me.
um,
But they wanted to get them on the witness list before the defense did.
yeah,
Because if the defense got them on the witness list, then,
they got across. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So
but I, I think there'll be. I don't
selective
know.
memory, I think, is going to be a lot of it. I don't know. I plead the fifth. I don't know. I don't remember. That's
Yeah,
what I think a lot of their testimony is going to be. I don't remember. I don't remember. Even though, because there was an interview that the girls did with Barry after he got released, and somebody had brought up what some of the text messages that were found on Suzanne's phone. Not that they have her phone, because they don't, they still don't. But there was messages that they had got off of the cast reports, or celebrate, sorry, that Macy had said, Mom, just get a restraining order, get a divorce, get a restraining order. We can go
yeah.
and live in Salida. And she denies saying that. So I think a lot of their time on the witness stand, it's going to be, I don't remember, I didn't, that wasn't me. That's what I think a lot of it is going to be.
Well, you see, you might have Miles that will testify beforehand,
Right.
right? And he will probably be asked a lot of the questions that they are going to ask Macy and Mallory,
Right.
because he would know things about Mallory as well. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And
So,
they broke up not long after he spoke to the cops.
oh,
They
100%.
split up, and
Yeah.
Macy was pissed off that he had even said what he did say.
Yeah.
So they had
Well,
split up.
but can you imagine that? And he's such a lovely guy.
Yeah.
Do you know, like,
Like, you could tell he
oh,
really
100%
wanted to help. He was concerned, and
concerned. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And he didn't tell things that were, he was even not sure whether he should
Right.
disclose things because they were kind of personal and whatever. And his dad said, "Yeah, go ahead. You know,
Yep.
you
Yeah, I
you, you
remember
must
that.
you
He
must
says,
do the
don't
right
lie, tell
thing.
the
Yeah,
truth.
tell the truth. Yeah."
Yeah.
The trial
Uh,
will start. I'd say the trial will start in probably February time, around that time, hopefully.
well, it all depends. Like, he hasn't waived his right to a speedy trial, so um, it could be soon. Or if he waives his right to a speedy trial, it could be years from now.
I'd say I think they're all set to go. And Kelly,
Well, I know. Oh, and Kelly's set to go. And that's the
Mm,
one thing that I really liked about this prosecutor is they made sure they had everything.
everything.
They weren't
Yeah,
waiting for reports, and everybody was saying, okay, she was found in 2023. Why isn't charges coming yet? Because they want every single lab report, every single report. They want it all. They don't want to be saying, okay, that's coming. We're waiting for. No, they wanted the whole package that they could hand to the defense and say, here's our case.
yeah.
Here's everything that is discoverable. Here it is. Unlike the previous time with Linda Stanley, they don't have this yet. They don't have that. They jumped the gun. But anyway, this time that Ann Kelly has made sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed. Here is our whole case. Here is all the disclosure. Here you go. And they handed it to the defense. So, yeah, prosecution is ready. But is the defense. Now, is there a death penalty still in
No,
Colorado?
no, no.
Okay, so they're not going to have to worry about that extra trial within a trial because that's what basically a death penalty case is if he's found guilty, it's like a mini trial within the trial for the death penalty side. So they're not going to have that. It's going to be a straightforward first degree trial. And if he's found guilty, they'll probably be, they're going to look back on his history. They're going to have a pre sentence reports and everything that are done. But then it goes right to sentencing instead of going through another mini trial for the death penalty. So if he doesn't waive his right to a speedy trial, then it's got to go within 6 months.
Yeah. So September, they're
When was he arrested
9th.
again?
So there's May.
I got it written
20, was
down
it
here.
22nd of May? Was it or no?
The 18th.
18th. Yeah, I knew it was. Yeah,
June 18th, he was indicted, but he wasn't arrested until the 20th. So
yeah.
that's where a lot of people, no, he was indicted on, no, he was indicted on the 18th. The grand jury came back with an indictment, but he wasn't arrested until the 20th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, December. December 16th is going to be the deadline for a speedy trial.
Um.
It's 6 months. It's if he doesn't waive his right to a speedy trial, they have to get him to trial within 6 months. If he waives his right to a speedy trial, it can go whenever. But if he has not waived his right to a speedy trial, they have to bring him to trial before December 17th, 16th, or 17th.
Wow. Because I would just imagine it would be in early part of next year.
No,
Because
speedy trial, you have to have him in trial before the 6 month is up.
well, let's hope for that.
Oh, I hope so too. Now,
I can't wait.
excuse me, because there is no death penalty, that they're not seeking death penalty because there is no
Yeah.
death penalty now. Um, they have more than enough time to go through all the disclosure and everything else. So now, if the prosecution, like if there was a death penalty in Colorado and the prosecution was asking for the death penalty, this wouldn't go until probably 2027. But because it's not a death penalty case, they have until the mid-December to get him to trial, unless he waives his speedy trial rights, which I can't see him doing.
See, Rick Matlock says about the Oswalds
The
that
Oswalds were,
Brad and Jared, isn't it? Jared and Brad. They've disappeared from the area.
ooh,
Mm,
when this was in court the first time.
yeah,
Interesting.
but you see what happens. If you have your friendly cop,
Yeah,
and then you kind of involve them or they help, and then they get caught out. All of a sudden, they're kind of saying, "We don't want to get involved in this." You know what I mean? And we
right.
don't want to be losing our job over something you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they could be good witnesses. But I remember at the time,
They could disappear because they wanted some kind of safety.
I don't
They could
know.
be in witness protection if the Oswalds were people that were really going to have some good information, they could have gone into protective custody. They could have been relocated to keep them safe if they were afraid of Barry and his goons.
I
Well,
know. I know. Tyson's after. He's gone off YouTube now. He was on last night, and he's it was last night. Was his last night on YouTube. But it would be interesting to get that
he's on
story.
the witness list, so
Yeah, I'm going to. He's on the witness list, but I'm saying it would be interesting to ask him about that encounter. I suppose I could email Dusty. He might tell me.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, that was yeah. There's a lot of strange.
Strange coinkydinks here,
Yeah,
especially with certain areas and the people that are connected to those areas.
like to be honest, when I looked at when I looked at the first witness list, I said to Kurt, I said, I know half these people on here.
Right?
They were all YouTubers and
Yeah.
all sorts. You know what I mean? Uh, but now um, this is a much better list. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and
Uh,
she's like Ann Kelly is hyper focused.
yeah,
Unlike, like, look at Linda Stanley,
all
because
over
this
the
is
place.
where I got into some hot water. Like I was a fairly new YouTube channel back then. This was one of my first big cases that I got involved in. That's when I first got involved in this, right after it happened.
Yeah,
And when Linda Stanley went on profiling evil, and I said, whoa, because of my legal background here in Canada, I don't know how it is in the States, but she should not be going on a show profiling evil, number one, and
no,
discussing the case. And she, oh, we didn't. Yes, you did. Yes, you are.
yeah.
This is wrong. And I was shut down.
Well,
They banned me from the, well, not, you could still go on, but you can't chat no more. I said, this is wrong and you both should know better. And they called me right out and chastised me and blocked me from being able to ever chat again. So, but yeah, as far as Ann Kelly, she seems hyper focused. You haven't seen her come out and give any indications which way they're going, why they're doing certain things. She's mum. Mum is the word,
yeah,
and she got a zipper on, and you guys ain't like I was just showing. Um, where is it? Here, like there's nothing in the filings. Like all this stuff up top, we got the grand jury. Oh, you guys can't see it. God damn it. Hang on a sec. Um, there we go. Excuse me. Here we go. We got the grand jury indictment on June 20th. June 20th, this is order limiting pretrial publicity, order preemptively granting request for expanded media coverage, standing order on the decorum. The 23rd was the media plan, limited entry of appearance. June 30th was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was notice of revocation of waivers, motion to adopt numbering. Like this is all just housekeeping, right?
yeah. Housekeeping. Yeah,
His booking sheet came out, the defense motion for preservation of production of material, that came out from, and that was it, June 30th. All of these ones in July, going down the list here, these are all media requests here. All
yeah.
these are media requests, okay?
Which I'm
So,
not
which is
surprised.
really nothing. It's the judge denying it. Look at, we've got one, go see them. And then the next thing that we've got is the witness list. That's
Yeah,
it. We've got no other filings in this case. None. Zero. Zilch. What's the defense doing? Are the defense making motions? Is the prosecution making We don't see any of it here. None of it is here. None of it. That's all we've got.
that's weird because um, in the first trial it was the other way
Everything was
around.
there. Yeah. We had
It was
every motion, everything. We've
it
got
was
nothing.
it was the defense that was filing, and then it
Right.
was the prosecution that were uh, they were they were you know trying to catch up and what have you. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right. But this time they're not, neither side is putting, like, I don't know if the judge has got a gag order. We don't know. We'll find out on September 2nd what's been going on, what is going on, because it's a status conference. But
Mm.
as far as preparing for it or talking about it, there's nothing here for the public to see. Nothing to see here. Keep going. Nothing to see here, which I find is odd.
It is odd. Like June 16th. Are you sure that that's the last?
July 16th is the
Or did I
last
mean? Yeah.
the last that was ever put in here is this witness list we just went over.
Right.
July 1st, here are the things from July 1st. And this is all just regarding media. Um, Up here is a defense's motion to preserve and production of material, his booking sheet, defense's objection to expanded media coverage, defense's motion to require and consent prior to any contact with the defendant, motion to adopt the numbering convention, like the way they're numbering their pages in the continuing record. Notice of revocation of waivers, and this is just saying whatever he signed, any waivers or anything, we're revoking that. You're not to talk to our client. You go through us type thing. This was their limited entry of appearance because he is claiming indigent. So they're saying, well, we're here for this, but if we're going to be put on the record, then we got to be paid by the state, right? The media plan that the judge gave, order limiting pretrial publicity, order preemptively granting requests for expanded media coverage, and standing order on decorum, and the grand jury indictment. That's it. That's all we've got. We've got no motions that have been filed. We've got nothing. Nothing.
I bet Barry has money. Um,
He's
because
got the money, but it's all under Mallory's name.
no, but I mean, even like Barry used to do an awful lot of cash. You know what I mean?
Right, but that cash, where is he going to put it? He has to have it under somebody's name or in a safe in his
Safe deposit
whatever.
box or whatever. Yeah,
But even a safety deposit box here in Canada, if you have a safety deposit box and you're trying to claim indigent that you need a public defender, they want to know what's in that safety deposit box. Is there anything
yeah,
of value? If there is, you got to sell it. You got to
yeah.
contribute as much as you can to your lawyer, and then the province pays the rest, like here. But if you've got like $10,000 of jewelry in a safe deposit box, guess what? You got to sell it because you're going to contribute to your case, like for your lawyer.
Well, he
So
used to
that's why I
bury
think he's
stuff.
put
Didn't he?
everything in Mallory's name.
He used to bury money and stuff like that. In when he was
Yeah,
back in Indiana, he could
right.
bury, and he was dealing with silver and gold. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you don't
Bitcoin.
know.
And
Yeah, he could
still,
have
if
a
anything is under his name, it's subject to being confiscated
no, but I
by
mean, I'm just saying that if he had physical gold or wealth, do you know what I mean?
buried.
Buried, yeah.
Yeah. But you think about it, what property would he bury it at since he's just selling everything? And, like he liquidated everything that he could liquidate, he did. And then when anything new was purchased, it was put under Mallory.
Well, he'd probably bury it under BLM land. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but how much of that does he still own? And if
No,
he
no, no,
owns,
no. I mean public land. Do you know what I mean?
oh, mm,
Do you know, like the public land around Salida
I don't know if he'd leave it in Salida since he's not even there anymore, but maybe Arizona,
or Arizona, maybe. But
somewhere. Or it's buried or with Mallory in a safe.
maybe.
You know what I mean? Like who knows? But you know damn well he's not going to have nothing tied to him, nothing that they can take because he feels the entitlement that he feels is unreal. So, but anyway, let's wrap it up. We've been here three
Yeah.
hours almost.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I got to get some dinner on, but Kay Ali
So-
says Canadian here. You're right. Well, yeah, I worked in the criminal legal field for over 30 years, you guys. So, I mean, I know a lot of laws are different in the U.S. than they are here in Canada, but there's also a lot that are the same. So, and usually, if I don't know, I'll say I don't know, and I'll try and figure it out or find out. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna. So thank you, Martin, so much for coming on because I matching those people. Like I said, you guys, Martin here is better than Google when it comes to these documents in this case. And whatnot.
Well,
So
I spent my first when the list came out. I just went into it and tried to match up all the names I had. But
yeah,
now I just went off it for a while just to give me a break, and I'm going to go back on it now and
yeah,
um, fill in what some of these people their specialities are or whatever,
yeah,
or what how they're tied into Barry. These witnesses that are from Salida or whatever,
right,
or Indiana. What's the how they tie in? As I said, there could be some of the people on the Facebook friends request. They could be um, just people who witness things that maybe we
right.
just that just came forward. They didn't want to come
We may
forward
not
before.
know a lot of them until
Yeah,
trial.
yeah.
So,
So let's
but
hope. I'll just say one thing. I'm, I'm a lot more confident this time around,
oh yeah, me too.
just by looking at the witness list.
Yeah, me too.
No, she's very structured. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks for that.
Well, thank you for coming, Martin. I appreciate you so, so much. And I know everybody in chat just loves when I have you on, and the information and the knowledge that you have of this case is unmatchable for sure. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you join us again. I gave Martin like 10 minutes. Martin, I'm going live in 10 minutes. You want to join? And here he is. So thank you
But you
so
know,
much.
I actually seen it. I only seen it on YouTube. It just came up, and as I said, I'm not getting my notifications for some reason.
Oh,
So I then checked on X, and I seen it, but I had some issue with my own sound here for some reason. I don't know what happened,
yeah,
but
weird.
here we are. All right.
They're trying to silence us, Martin.
Till next time. Okay.
That's it. Okay, so thank you, Martin, and thank you, you guys, for being here and watching along.
Thank you,
Say a big thank you
Chester.
to Martin. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Until the next time, you guys, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. I love you guys to the moon and back. Bye bye for
Bye,
now.
folks.
Bye, Martin.
Bye.